Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Campaign 2, Episode 13, Vox Machina. I'm going to do it a little different now, guys. I'm going to try it out this way. We're going to see how it goes. I'm not going to break it into parts. The point of me breaking it into parts was to be able to talk about it halfway through and also to take a break in the middle in case. But honestly, I've gotten so used to doing the live streams for sitting in this chair for 3 or 4 hours. Doing an hour and 20 minutes is no problem at all. Miranda told me that this episode is pretty much clear of spoilers all the way through. I'm also going to do the after hours, which is like another 10 or 15 minutes, give or take. Either way, let's try it this way. Let's see how it goes. I mean, I've told you guys in the past that I don't like doing large videos. But like I said, since we're already doing 3 or 4 hour videos with a live stream that deal with half of every episode of the campaign, I feel like sitting down having a drink, it's almost like a short movie or almost like a long panel at a Comic-Con or something like that. I have my whiskey, I'll pour a drink, and then we'll watch Vox Machina. So I don't even think I'm going to do a whole lot of talking before the episodes. I'm going to try this format. I also realize there's not really as much to talk about at the beginning or end, because all we're doing is basically getting some specifics on certain things that happen in something we've already seen. And in the beginning, it's just a free-for-all. We don't even know what's happening. It's basically a chat about it. So I feel like if I just let everything run, and it's an hour and 20 plus minutes, that we'll be able to do enough talking and explaining of what we want in that alone. And then maybe I'll do a little bit at the end, but who knows? We're still in the experimental phase of everything, and Vox Machina just started becoming a weekly thing last week. And like I said, chopping it up in twos is just making it more complicated, I feel like. You guys let me know what you think. If you think it's better off doing it in 2 parts, maybe I'll go back to that. I just feel like for this, it's complicating it. For the campaign, it makes sense to do part 1 and 2 because there's a lot to talk about. I want to talk to you guys before I get too far ahead. Like with Vox Machina, I could do an hour and a half, and it's not like there's nothing you guys would have not already told me that I need to know. So you guys let me know. I'm going to jump in. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes of all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The Patreon Hour exclusive is over on there. We're probably going to do other things. There are dozens of other shows you'll never see on YouTube. Patreon only, check the link at the end. If not, Campaign 2, Episode 13, Vox Machina.
Are we on the internet?
We are every week.
Are we on the internet?
Good evening, and
when
welcome to an all-new
did that
Vox
become a
Machina.
thing?
My name.
When did the Are We on the Internet thing start? I've started realizing he says that often.
Critical Role Campaign
I mean, obviously it's like his thing.
13, Lost and Found.
Lost
with
and
my
Found.
Guests, Liam O'Brien.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
Liam O'Brien. Oh my God, I might just die.
Oh my God.
He's here.
It's me.
That's not.
It's me, Sam Riegel.
He's here.
Come on
I need to be on the show now.
to the
I
show.
love it.
No, I'm Skyping in. I said.
Fuck it. Hit it, Chief.
Come on.
Please tell me he's not actually Skyping in. He better be in the goddamn studio. This might be my favorite one, guys. Sam Riegel. I keep looking over here because I want to just make sure the audio's good. I feel like the audio might be a little low. I think it was Malamute. Shout out to Malamute. I think Malamute was saying it was slower than it was. I adjust the audio so often that I always forget what certain shows are. I usually have it written down, but sometimes I forget to do it. I feel like that's what I have Vox Machina at.
Good evening.
No, that's loud.
We're back. Welcome, esteemed
The
guests.
theme song was just lower.
How are you guys?
Why, hello, Brian.
Hello.
Hello, Brian.
I feel
He
much
sounded
more
like Hannibal Lecter.
present.
Yeah, it's
Hello,
about time.
Brian.
Yeah.
It's about time you were present.
You made
Sam
that run from the Disney
and
lot
Liam.
in like 32 seconds.
Feminist
Record time.
Illuminati.
Did they move
what is
it, or
that?
is it still in
Well,
the
I
same
feel like I've
place?
heard of that. Is that a band or
It's,
something?
it's
I feel like I've heard of
everywhere. Yeah,
Feminist
they own
Illuminati.
everything.
Yeah, I know, dude. Taking over the world.
Taking
You
over
guys
the
excited about
world.
Infinity War? I feel like I'm gonna cry a lot.
Infinity
Is that
War. We're back
television
then.
program?
Nope.
Endgame came after that, and that was 2 or 3 years ago.
We have a lot of
Endgame was
announcements to get through,
pre-pandemic.
So I'm just gonna go
So that
right
was
into it.
Please do.
Just
2,
announced today.
maybe 3
Pillars
summers
of
ago.
Eternity,
Could it have been 3 years
II.
ago?
2.
2.
I think Endgame was like 2 years.
Deadfire
No,
will
maybe 3.
feature custom voice sets and character portraits of Vox Machina.
No fucking way.
My God.
We have drinks and curse on
Yes,
this
I
on this
got it.
episode
The
of
people
Town
this
Talk.
very show was named after.
Yes.
Yes, this is super exciting.
It is.
The characters from Vox Machina are
gonna be
in the game, are in a video game.
Voiced by most of the original actors.
We got Matt.
Yeah.
We got Matt to voice the original.
Matt did Grog. Matt did.
Yeah, Matt's
did
doing
Pike.
Matt's doing all 793 PCs that
Really?
he used in the campaign.
We all voiced our own characters. And
Oh.
they're awesome. And
Was it fun to revisit?
Oh, they're
It was
joking. I was like,
so
why would
friggin'
Matt do all their...
surreal
Oh, yeah.
to
What
record.
game was this? It said something Eternity.
Sam and I did voice directing for.
Yeah.
I honestly
Vox Machina
heard
and
video
for
game, and I'm like, I'm not
It's
gonna
fun.
understand
What
this.
What was it like?
Not that
to
I don't
voice
understand video
direct?
games.
I
I
know
just
you
haven't
voice
played them in
directed some of your peers
15
before,
years.
your fellow Critical Role cast.
Cat's
but what
going
was it
nuts.
like to
There's like
direct them
birds flying
as
around.
Yeah,
their
I mean,
characters?
just directing them generally is boring at this point. But hearing Travis do Grog in the booth was was priceless.
I know. I've been seeing all of the ads for Grog of War too. That's coming out. Oh my goodness, looks exactly like him.
it's pretty exciting.
Grog of
The game.
War. God of War.
Eternity, Pillars, Dose, Destiny, Deadfire. Just kidding. Is out May 8th.
Eternity,
You can
Pillars,
recruit
Dose,
Vox Machina
Destiny?
To be on your
Is that
team,
really the name? That's
and
a long
also
name.
Motherfucking Gilmore.
Gilmore.
None other than by
Gilmore.
Tim Curry. No, I'm kidding.
No, I would freaking learn the
Matthew
game.
Mercer. Pre-order.
Not that I don't like Matthew
versus
Mercer. Is it Merger? Another Matthew Merger?
It's on the screen. Thank you.
If it was
Chief.
Tim Curry, I
Flash,
might consider buying it just because I
Critical
So
adore
that
the
gets you
man.
the game, but it also
I
lets
would
the
go
game
out of my
company
way
know
to go
that
see
you
Tim
came
Curry
here.
or
We sent ya.
buy
You
his
tell them that
products.
we sent ya.
With the first game,
Guys, I just
fans made a
got
big hullabaloo
confirmation
about
of
being
my
able to,
engraved
travel with
dice
Matt
tower.
and Matt. He
Very
voices
excited.
the characters of Adair and Aloth. But now,
Oh, this is the one I
they can
don't
have
put
Adair
caps
and
on
Aloth
because
and
I can't
Gilmore.
read the
So they can
comments.
have
Amazing.
Matt to the power of 3.
That's amazing. I wish you
I
had
was in the
Adele,
chair so
too.
long yesterday, guys, that I like
would be
hurt my hip.
interesting.
I jumped out of the chair and I think I was like asleep and I fell.
Yeah, so
and
go
I
to
hurt
the link.
myself.
That'll tell them that we
So that's
sent
why I
you
keep
there.
moving around.
And
I'm
May 8th,
uncomfortable.
man, that's so soon. That's less than a month away.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know anything.
These are
about
like
video
my
games.
3 favorite.
Okay.
I mean,
Can I
nothing
play this
against the
game?
other
Do I need
people,
a console
but as
or
far as
something?
Last game you played,
right
I
now,
believe,
because
with
of the
me in
story,
your house,
I couldn't have
Resident
wanted a
Evil
better
6.
group.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Obviously,
Really?
that's the point.
Yeah.
That's
I believe
intentional.
Rachel
I'm
Romero
sure on their
said that it's
point.
available on Mac and PC
Oh,
as well.
I have a Mac.
Do you have a Mac?
I could play this game?
You could play this game.
my
You could play yourself, maybe.
Oh my God.
Do you guys? Are
That
you
would be
allowed to
very
share anything
surreal
else about
if you
something
could
else you're
play
doing?
a video
are.
game
We have been given
and
permission to
yourself was the
reveal
character.
Or anyone else.
Right, Laura Bailey just has to sit
I mean,
on
you
it.
always make yourself the
Yeah,
character.
but we can reveal
But
what
this would be
characters we
actually
are
it.
voicing, what companion characters
That's correct.
we are voicing in the game.
Sam, you go first.
My character's name is Rekka, and he is a fighter, and he's young, and he's a prankster, and he also does not speak the same language as anyone else.
He's also Tiger Beat material.
Tiger Belly.
Just like it, just
I
like
watched
the
Tiger
actor that
Belly
portrays
with
it.
Bobby
Leo
Lee.
was directing me
Ooh, look
doing
now I
it.
look like I got a nice little glow.
Frequently, the direction was
Tan.
that same read, but more Tiger Beat.
And it's R
Tiger Beat. Is that that's the old magazine, right? Tiger
Liam?
Beat. Tiger
I'm
Beat
playing
magazine.
an Orlan named Seraphim in it, who is a little blue, furry, psychic ship hunter for a group of pirates known as
A
the
little
Principe.
blue.
My old job.
I kind of want to see it.
Still.
A little blue furry. Is he like
and he is
cute
a
or
self-proclaimed master of all things involving his tongue.
Wait, what?
Okay.
What does that mean?
That is a pre-approved talking point.
well then? All
You'll
right.
have to wait till
He's pretty
Things
bawdy.
involving
Guys,
his tongue.
I tweeted this earlier today. You are really going to love this game.
Oh man, I can't wait. Tongues will be out.
Yes.
Okay, well, more info
Love it,
tomorrow,
love it.
I believe, will be released, but
Yep.
everyone else had to wait to reveal their characters.
I want to know how. I mean, I
what you
feel like
get for
he's like
coming
this
on
all
this
day,
show.
every day. Because
And that's
I'm
all you
goofy
get.
pretty much all day, every day.
Yep.
I once in a
Check
blue
out
moon, I have to be
Key
serious
Question
when I have to like
on
work or
projectalpha.com.
something.
Season finale
But
available now.
I feel like
6
he does
episodes
this all.
total,
Like
so
I am.
go
This
back
is
and watch those really
like
great shows.
I'm like this all the
Matthew
time.
P.
The way you guys
and
see me.
Marsha Roy.
The latest one is really, really good.
Really
They're all good, but
They're
it
all
was
good, but
my
yeah.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll make many more of those because I really liked it and it was a great response. Campaign 2, episode 13 podcast available this Thursday. That was last week's
I'm curious
episode.
to
They
see.
come out on Thursdays.
Should I?
Issue
I'm
number
assuming you
6
guys said
of
I should
Vox
watch all that
Machina
too, right?
Origins will be
Because
released
I've
on
said this
April
before, but we're just going to
18th.
ask because
That
we keep
is,
changing it up.
What, 8 days from now?
I know they didn't get
wow.
into the questions yet. Should I
wow.
skip ahead to
And
the
then it's
questions
over?
and keep it like
Well, that part's
just the
over.
Q&A?
That's over.
We'll see if
I don't
more
care.
come
I'm
later,
watching
but I heard it
everyone's
just hasn't
lives.
sold well.
I love this stuff. I'm just curious what you guys.
Printed anthology of all 6 issues is also
Want.
coming soon. So right now it's a digital comic, but not for long. Wednesday Club tomorrow. Taliesin, who was in the lobby earlier eating food, was telling me that they are discussing Thunderbolts tomorrow on Wednesday Club.
Thunderbolts.
You know about Thunderbolts?
No.
That.
Please
Tune
tell.
in tomorrow and you'll find out. I can't go into it here or I'll get shit in the Twitch chat.
He.
Critical recap post to YouTube Thursday morning.
I've done
and
that. I
airs
totally-
15
I don't know
minutes
if it's
before
what he's
Critical
talking
Role
about.
in the pre-show art
But
gallery.
people do get mad at that
Hosted,
stuff.
written, done masterfully by Your My R Danny Carr. Just over my
pretty
left shoulder.
great.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's the
That's who
best.
that picture is? I've asked that
Without
before.
further ado, gentlemen
Danny Carr.
and ladies, let us discuss Campaign 2, Episode 13.
See, like, I could
Critical
skip
Role.
all that and start at like 8 minutes. Like Critical Role, it's the same way. Critical Role has like 8 minutes of stuff in the beginning. Somebody,
There was no
Jeff
music,
Lundy,
it was just silence.
last night told
Well,
me
we'll have to. Someone will need
to
be
watch it this week
Guys,
because
we
of
have some
something in
crit roll
Sam's
stats,
ads.
But before I get into that, one final announcement written on this
That would
card.
be episode
This
14
Thursday
coming up.
night during Critical Role, you all will be joined by one Ashley Johnson.
What?
What? How does he
From
know
New
her?
York for the hiatus.
How did he get that?
ABC's
How did he pull
Cancel
that one
Blindside.
off?
And she's DMing this.
She
Thursday,
will
right?
be, yeah, she's taking over for Matt for the next 6 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. Don't at me.
That-
Okay.
I don't really believe it yet. Like I want
I
to,
know.
but I don't really believe
I know.
it.
Is
Well,
she physically in town?
She is. She is. Yep. She is resting up and she is getting her affairs in order.
Brian told me before the show that she sort of cuddled up on the couch and a chrysalis slowly formed around her. She's been in there for like 48 hours. So hopefully
What?
by Thursday.
That's how she recharges after all that great work she does on Cancel Blind Spot. Crit roll stats for
He just, I was just going to say, is this like, because the show got canceled, we're approaching that
2
time.
minutes and 10 seconds.
I knew it was coming at some point.
Painful 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
Takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
Is that true?
That's what the lady at the convalescent home used to tell me when I'd go there to play cards.
Still a challenge for Marisha though. Still
Yeah.
a challenge.
Yeah. Not
As
as
Bo. In her real life,
As
she
Bo.
can
she
smile.
can smile that much. yeah.
Yes.
She'll go hours at a time.
Yeah.
Caleb cast 7 ritual spells this episode because you were kind of spent. So
Yep.
the rituals are the shit though. Detect magic.
Sure are. Do you know about them rituals?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a
I was
wizard,
going to
man.
say, how did he do that many? In my head, I literally was trying to go over, like, how did he cast that many
Cantrip we
spells?
just did.
That was
He's counting all
was,
that. That would make sense.
Never mind. Can't say that on the internet.
Right, right.
I'm like, holy
Nott has
shit,
cast
when did we do that
message
crap?
18 times in the series so far.
Man, she's like a crazy ex-girlfriend.
Oh man.
I feel like
Reply to
it's-
this
I
message
like
has
it,
been
though.
used
I like the
12
gag.
times, starting since episode 11.
Okay. Oh,
So
God, just
in 3 episodes, yeah,
3 episodes.
3 episodes, 12 times. That's probably going to need to be a shirt at some point, right? All right. Well, I have no place to put things because of all the free shit we're going to give away.
Oh, that's exciting.
Our first question for tonight comes from Dominique Waller, and it's for both of you.
Okay.
How does it feel to be the couple that knows the most about each other and arguably the best looking?
Wow.
and
what a
arguably
great
the-
question to lead off the night.
Arguably, I don't know about that one.
Wow. I'm gonna read.
I
it on
mean,
the
just
screen
based on what I
just to
see-
verify I heard what I think I heard.
I think-
How does it feel to be the couple that knows the most about each other and arguably the best looking?
I would say
Wow.
the best
No,
couple
that'd be just
right now would be Ford and Bo.
You're
They're the
beating
best
out,
looking, probably, even though
you know,
Ford is an
Travis
orc.
Laura, you're beating
That's
out.
Not as a
but
goblin.
they're very
And
humble.
it
Allison
looks
and his army of the
horrifying,
undead.
apparently,
I thought maybe
whenever
they were
we
talking
see
about
her
the
in
actual
her
characters
full.
in the game, but no, right?
I mean, I would
They
think
mean-
she's
I think they
awesome.
mean.
I think-
Sam
I think
they
Liam,
mean
right?
us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, let's just. We're gonna. This is gonna keep us going for like a month.
I know.
Let's see. How does it feel to be the couple? You know, it's nice to be a couple in real life and a pair in the
Dominique
in the campaign, in
Waller.
the story.
I was gonna say
Feels
Dominique
like, it feels
Walker. I
natural.
feel like is a
Yes, right?
football
Vex
player.
I mean, Vex. Sorry,
Dominique
you were
Walker.
Vax, right? Vax and Scanlon had their moments.
They had their moments, but they
weren't
were
Vax
not
and I mean,
simpatico,
what
no.
I see of Vax and
Not at all.
Scanlon,
And
they
it
are
always
not
felt kind of weird that I'm like, my
very-
best friend is 6 feet that
They
way,
weren't.
but we're
I
not
would never
really
call them a
Yeah.
duo.
up on each other.
Yeah, but now we get to just orbit each other and be each other's world.
What is Sam's shirt?
It's really
is it
nice.
just an M? Is that an
and
M?
it does not hurt that we are dashingly handsome.
It doesn't.
Dashing.
No. Doesn't hurt the ratings or
Dashingly
the
handsome
rating-
in
the
real
ratings
life?
are those
Or is
available?
not
Ron
also
Nielsen.
handsome?
Check.
I
In the
forgot to
live
ask
stream
you guys
yesterday,
at
I
the top of
forgot
the show
to
how
ask,
Chicago
but I
was.
noticed
C2E2.
people kept writing something about
Critters came
handsome
out. Thank you
in the
to
chat.
all
Is that like
the
a
critters who
thing?
came.
Or
We were
was that just
overwhelmed.
a
Both we
live
and the
stream
convention staff was overwhelmed by
For now, I'm gonna put on caps, just
the
because
amount of critters who showed up.
Yeah.
there
the
is no
passion of the
questions.
critters that showed up.
Kind of a recurring theme.
The
wherever we
bladders
go.
of the critters that showed up, like
Yeah.
just nothing was ready.
I know we crashed the website earlier today for
Pillars.
pillars, and they're calling it the critter hug of death because
You guys let me know that
guys show
too.
up,
Should I
man.
do
It's great.
subs or
We
should
met
I not?
a
Some
billion,
reaction videos, the people
very kind
freak if I don't have
people, heard a lot of
subtitles.
touching stories,
And
saw a lot
some
of
that are like,
amazing
get him out,
cosplay
it's
as
blocking me.
Vox Machina.
So I'm just
and
curious.
Nine.
You guys let me
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah, there was some
could
good
go either way.
panels. We got to do some runway modeling.
I saw that.
Both those panels were a little bit punchy.
Yeah, they were great
A
though.
little bit.
Travis, not the best moderator though. I mean,
Not very charismatic.
yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't make it, but I had to pick up the lady from the airport. You know how it goes.
Yep. No, it was great. And then people who drove from all over the place. People drove from Kentucky and Texas
Canada.
and Canada.
Canadian.
Are
Yeah,
we still? I thought they were building a wall there. I guess
Is
they
that,
scaled
is it?
The critters.
we
can-
met that Italian woman.
Oh yeah, living in Chicago. She was,
Yeah, she was
charming.
Did you guys have any deep dish or?
We did.
We did, yeah.
I've never
Had
been
have
to
a blog
Chicago.
into the con, but we got it.
Yeah.
But I
and
hear I
we
should
made sure to go to a very
just to visit.
spectacular.
I hear the food
like
is interesting,
Bavarian
like they're
restaurant
talking
in
about.
keeping with the campaign theme.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
nice.
honor of Wildmount and the Mighty Nine, we had schnitzel.
Oh,
I was going to say something, but I changed. My
kraut.
fault.
Good.
oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
It was so
It's
good.
good.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
giant
Yeah.
pretzel with cream.
Well, that's cool. Well, hopefully many more fun appearances like that coming up.
Giant pretzel with cream. I love me some
Spectre
pretzels.
213 has a question for both of you again. How
All right.
prepared were you both to attack Ford during your argument?
To attack him.
Yeah.
I was not prepared to attack him. I was not prepared for Ford to attack Caleb.
Yeah.
I still don't think
out of
that
nowhere.
made any
Well,
sense.
what a bunch of assholes we all are, and suddenly moral fiber
Yeah.
reared its head. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just walked away from it.
Wow.
I would have killed him.
Really?
I would have fucking killed him. I could have done it too.
You could have done it. Could have gotten away
would
with
not have would it not have been able to say not
it.
lost
Belair
her shit,
wants to know.
and they just went toe to toe. I would
Was
imagine
and
Ford would
Molly's
destroy
Charm
Nott on a
Howard
one-on-one.
Interrogation of Nott,
right?
a turning point.
I
in
don't-
how
I
she
would- I
presents
don't-
herself
I
to
would
the
want
group.
Nott to win.
She seems to have shed the little girl persona for a more adult one.
Boom, that's what I said.
Yeah, I think that was a pivotal moment.
Like, she went from-
before no one had really
Childlike
pried
thievery
too much
to
into
very emotional and
Nott's,
serious, adult-like.
relationship with Caleb or backstory really or anything. And while Nott was not really prepared to spill any beans, it happened. And now that sort of the cat's out of the bag, so to speak, then she's. Also, I think we've been spending the Nine have been spending.
It
more
would have been
time together
amazing
and,
if
you
it was
know,
all an
opening
act.
up a little bit more to each
It would have
other.
been crazy if, like, up until now,
much
it
as
was
we
all
discussed,
just an
like,
act.
Not trusting each other.
And
I think, despite all of our
Not
protestations,
was
I think
faking
we
that.
are starting to at least relax around each other and,
Yeah,
and
when
open up.
they're thrown into the trenches together, they can have what they think it should go, but then there's the way that it goes because they're in a pressure cooker together.
Yeah. So that was definitely a pivotal point where she started to actually speak up and start to be herself rather than just kind of hiding in the corners and in the shadows and just speaking when spoken to. Now she feels like
the
she can
kitty
speak
got
up
scared
and have
because
an
they
opinion.
just got home.
That's interesting. It was definitely we're going to get to more of it later, but it was really interesting to see how all that played out this episode.
Yes, very surprising too.
Oof, I was excited.
It was
Liam.
unexpected.
Carla
You guys told me
Gage
pay
wants to
attention. Like you
know,
guys will tell me in the live stream, pay
how
attention when it's
much of
time to
the
pay
reason
attention.
for Caleb
To me, it was
staying
just like I was
downstairs
just
with
like
the Deacon was
I've
down
not
to
ever
him
seen Nott
wanting
like
to
this.
avoid any
Very
potential conflict
defensive.
with Ford, and how much was just in case he decided to play with the cool new magic doodads.
That's a good question.
Carla. It's Carlog.
Or it could be
Carlage.
Carl AJ.
Carl Age. That's probably what it is.
Carl Age.
Oh yeah, Carl Age.
Doesn't mean anything.
Carlage.
Okay, next question.
Carlage age.
No, it was for neither of those reasons. He was not. I wanted to be in that argument so bad. Liam did, because I was thinking about it all friggin' week. Because I figured everyone was gonna pounce on me. Because duh.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about wanting to play with anything, and that's.
I was
all
gonna
can
say I
on
don't think
that.
it's about playing with anything.
there was a
I think it's
specific
either he
reason
wanted it
That's a
to
great question.
really study the thing or be
gonna
with
get
it,
into that,
or
Carl.
he just didn't want to be engaged in that argument.
Ned Gamgee.
Oh God, this is
Ned
embarrassing. Brian.
Gamgee.
Your
That's
shirt is
my
totally
cat. Is
unbuttoned.
Samwise Gamgee.
Why is it embarrassing? It's embarrassing for you because you don't
It's
have this
actually
amount
on
of
his birth
glorious
certificate,
chest
but I
hair.
didn't
What's
name
kinda
him
cool
that.
is there's this line that goes down and it kind of looks like I have cleavage.
Twitch rules.
Slower.
Twitch rules. Yeah, but
Don't show a nipple.
I don't have nipples.
Twitch
Sam,
rules.
Yeah.
Ned Gamgee wants to know,
Ned.
do you have nipples? No, I'm kidding. Does not intend to tell Caleb she
You
wanted
have
to steal
nipples.
Ford's letter for him.
She hasn't yet. Oh wow.
Tried to, attempted
Tried to, but
No, I mean she hasn't told Caleb that yet.
No.
Oh.
No. And before that
Really?
happened, Caleb.
I kind of
mentioned
got
that he had no
confused by the
interest
question
in
too,
going
Yeah,
but
no, I
really?
thought that was inspired because you would.
I just
overheard something
assumed,
about
yeah,
that.
I just assumed by now
that just
Caleb
came up
knew.
organically.
It did.
Then yeah, she'll probably.
I'm pretty sure
share
now
with him that
Nott is
at some
going to.
point. It's not a secret.
Honestly, now Nott should immediately bring it up next
especially now
episode.
that
I
she
feel like
knows
that's
that
something
he
Caleb
doesn't have
should
any
be aware
interest in
of.
going. Yeah.
And
I
we
think-
found
I think
out
some
at the
point
end Caleb has
she'll
no
share
interest in
that
going anyway.
with him
To the
if it makes Caleb
Solstice,
feel
I can never pronounce it.
good.
Solstice?
If it
Academy?
seems like a stupid thing, then maybe she won't share it with Caleb. I don't know.
If one of the other.
You might as well
Nine
just
doesn't
mention
first.
it
That's
next
true.
episode, just in
One of
case
nine.
It's
something
always
comes
good
up.
to get out in front of a story
yes.
and control
Yes.
the communication. So
Yeah.
maybe she should hold a press conference.
Control the conversation.
Also, you definitely have nipples.
Yes.
So
Does
many.
he?
So many.
I don't
Up and
believe.
down my
Oh my
legs.
God.
So many. I don't believe
Liam.
it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that man has nipples. That's
Pterodactyl wants to know.
insane. Check a radiator.
Were you RPing your reaction to the spell scrolls in the case Nott stole, or was that as genuine as it appeared?
I mean, it was mostly RP, but I mean, we take a lot of joy out of playing in this game. And I think that Caleb, in the last 2 or 3 episodes for me, has kind of started to feel like a real boy. So, you know,
I'm a real
bleeds a little bit
boy.
into
That's
real.
what Caleb
That's
said. I'm
schmacting.
Caleb right now.
Yeah.
That's what schmacting is.
Schmacting.
But yeah,
Schmacting.
it was
What is that
roleplay.
from?
He
Schmacting.
obviously is hungry to learn as much as he can.
And those fireball spell scrolls,
It was just 2 fireball spells.
those lightning bolt spell scrolls. What were they? Oh, just give us a hint. Were
I was
they
gonna
attack
say.
type spells. Were they?
See, one, I mean, I get it.
transmuting type
I
spells?
totally get it. But one of my
Oh.
problem,
Federal.
Federal.
State.
State.
Yep, that makes sense.
That's why there's 2.
one of my things
Well,
is,
guys,
we're gonna do a giveaway. It looks like we're gonna do a giveaway.
high.
I don't like when they
Ended with
keep it from
taxes.
each other. When you know the guy has
Shall
something
we?
Yes.
Freest.
beneficial.
The
All right, let's see what he's gonna say. But I feel like they
Each
should
week,
tell.
we like
I
to
feel like that
feature
makes you
unique creations by the
untrustworthy.
critters, including those epic gift-making skills. Up first, it's Gift of the Week.
Gift of the week. See, now this one's up front. Last week was at the end. I guess it's a free for all. Look, it's the same kind of thing, but a little darker on their end.
I
See
always
it?
think
Did
it's
you see it?
longer.
I saw
as
it.
She said. Our winner for episode 13
I
of the new
always think it's
campaign was sent
longer.
in by Emily
He does a lot of
Rose,
dick
AKA
and sexual
at
jokes, and I love it.
Persuasive.
But then once he apologized to
Persuasive.
Ashley about
She
it,
is an active
I wonder if
pursuit.
Ashley gets mad
The
in real
Pursuit.
life.
Let's take a look.
No, he's about to blow some minds. What are you reading? It's a collection
Yes.
of crazy
sure.
tales about this weird fella.
Oh yeah.
Begins to the daring trails and tribulations of. Oh my God! I couldn't see them all.
We made it like 10 episodes.
He has no idea how many episodes we've done.
I know. Oh man.
I saw
you just-
when it
oh,
happened,
that
I
was
was
so
totally
great.
taken
That's
by
so
surprise.
cool.
I
It's so
only
great
knew
that was the
Darrington
first
because people have
connective
said
thread to the previous
it's one of the
campaign.
better
It was-
one
it
shots
confirmed
of.
so
Well, I
much
guess
that Tyrion
Sam's got to be in.
finished
I don't
a
know if they
book,
all are.
that he
I
was
didn't
alive
realize
long
either.
enough to finish a book.
Yes.
The dude
Might be
JB
dead
told
now.
me I can't do Calamity
Or-
till
or
Monday
that
because it's
Dodie
not
finished it
available
for him
until
over
then
his dead
on
corpse.
YouTube. So I got to wait till Monday, but I have Monday off, so I'll do it then.
Unclear, but in any case,
And
achievement.
Yep. Achievement unlocked.
something else.
Finished book.
The only thing that could have made that gift better is if it had been bathed in like old-timey silent film black and white, and they cut away to title cards going, "Is it fiction?"
Oh
is
yeah.
it fiction?
That was great.
There's something else
Congrats to
about a
you,
one
Emily
shot. I
Rose.
totally
Did you ever
forgot.
see The Exorcism of Emily
That's what
Rose?
happens
It's a great
when you
movie.
get old and
No,
drink
I haven't.
movie.
all the time.
It's a film. It's a film.
Where's my boomstick?
Yeah, it's a documentary now.
This is my boomstick.
You have won this Critical Role hoodie. Remember these guys?
Good one.
This is
saw a
the
bunch of those
softest
this week.
hoodie
Oh my
in
God,
human
that looks
history.
amazing.
Yeah.
You
looks
have also
amazing.
won this epic Critical Role keychain.
Saw some of those this weekend.
Those are
That
pretty
actually looked like a very
awesome.
comfortable
And
hoodie.
Fan favorite, the pencil set.
I love those pencils.
I know, they're so great.
So I don't
There's one for
know.
each
I'm
character,
assuming.
I think, right?
Well, I'm not assuming.
And
I
then
know
there's little
because you
sayings
guys
on
said
them, like
that
this one
Sam
says,
does
"I bear my
Darrington.
shame."
Maybe I'm wrong about that. But is it a character he created
Frequently
just
used by
for
our
the one
producer,
shot,
Max,
or is it
when he's
something
hungover.
that changes the future
Remember,
of
you can
humanity
submit
forever?
your gifts to our weekly contest by emailing them
tell
to
me.
submit.
Oh,
I thought you were going to have a.
He just did a stare off too. Look at this. See, these are my kind of people.
wait, what are you gonna have? Oh, a sound effect?
Submit. Yeah, like a thing that's like.
So you were just holding
submit.
for a sound effect that never came?
That's my entire job.
I was holding for
like
no
just
sound
cut
effect.
to
I
a
just held
title
for
card
no,
of Taliesin
for
with
just
a
because
riding crop,
I'm
or-
insane.
If we can afford to get it, yeah.
I have one more shot
moving on.
left, and there's a whole hour.
Oh,
of
submit
Talks Machina.
at
I poured very,
talksmachina.com.
very inaccurate.
Moving on.
I think I poured like I
rusty.
was having a regular.
Octopus Owl has a question for
Oh yeah,
both
you didn't
of you.
do the show
Octopus
last
Owl.
week, did you?
I did it last week, but I didn't do it the week
Octopus
before
that's right.
because we aired the
I also
Wonderkin
noticed
footage,
that when I
but
posted the
let's be
campaign
honest.
live
Every
stream
day is like
last
a
night,
reset for
I
me.
had the Celtics stuff still up.
Memento.
So
Every
people woke
night
up
when
this
you
morning
wake
and were
up,
probably
you
like,
wake up
"Where's
and
Jay's
you're
live
Brian
stream?" And it was.
Boston. You're a
It
little
looked like
bit
I
of
did
an
the
asshole.
Celtics game instead. So I changed that in case anyone was wondering.
Luckily, I have that tattooed all over my body. For both of you, the relationship dynamic for Caleb and Nott flipped this week gloriously. What were your
True.
initial thoughts in having
Very
it
true.
revealed?
That there would be no reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just with a lot of my character, and I'm sure with your character as well, although I don't really know. I know some things. I know my own backstory.
some things.
Just like in life, you know everything about you.
Yeah.
But you don't plan on revealing it every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was not really
I would say
planning
that's
on
true.
on making that a conversation topic. In fact, it was sort of the perfect situation.
I
Caleb
wonder if
wasn't
their
there.
real
Otherwise,
lives. Well,
I
it's
would
not
have
a
not
wonder. It's
talked
got
about it at
to like
all.
whatever's happening in their real lives
Yeah,
would probably
It was very interesting. Maybe we should do some more scenes where one of us is missing.
affect
and the others
their
can talk
characters'
about them.
reactions to some things. Like, say
audience
you're
member
really friggin'
loved it.
pissed off
Yeah.
about
What a great
something one
moment. I
day
think
in
it's
real life.
fascinating that this
You might go off with your
decade-ish
character.
old
Be like, fuck it. I'm
goblin
just gonna say
sees
some
herself
shit.
as the mother of this 33-year-old hobo.
It's like a nice way to
It's just an
therapeutically
interesting
release
dynamic.
without actually
fun.
beating the shit
Yeah.
out of somebody in real
Were you-
life.
Did any part of you wish that that conversation would have happened
Not that a lot of you go
while
out
you were
and
present?
beat the shit
or
out of people.
it seems to me like it was more
on a
powerful
daily
that you
basis
weren't
or
there, and that
something. Or
he
maybe
could
you
be
do.
more-
Maybe
she
you're
could be more
fighters.
like.
Maybe
you
that
know.
would have been interesting in its own way, but I love the idea of him having no idea.
What is that thing
or
back
knowing
there?
it.
Yeah.
And he does not. We've talked about this
That,
before. He
that
doesn't
thing
feel like a father
floating
figure
like
to her
that.
at
What is
all.
that?
He feels like partners or companions with her, and and like this episode was a real turning point. I'm probably cutting off a question, or I might be, but
No.
not handing over that scroll, like clearly, after that heated moment in the house, sticking behind and just handing that to him intensely, like that. I wasn't planning either to share any backstory or anything, but that scroll.
See, they kind of just went with it.
shifted
Nothing's
things a
ever
little bit.
scripted or anything.
love
I
how
know
pissed
that
everyone
is
was when we went back down and talked.
normal
You
thing.
were saying all
Nothing's
this
really
stuff, and
scripted
everyone's
per
like,
se.
Gab's like, "You're not there."
But
And
I
my
feel
friend
like they
Sam
were
Travis
just
was
in a
like,
moment, and we're like,
Yeah,
"Ah,"
it
and
must
then they
be really
sang
hard
to
to
each
be
other
wrong.
from their
Yeah,
hearts.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but Sam, Archdemon Blood has a question for you.
Won't be my first today.
Sam, by the way, Archdemon Blood has a
How
question
does
for
Not
you.
feel about the fact that Caleb
Right
has
here.
a dark secret she
Archdemon
doesn't?
Blood. I just got. Oh, I told you
details
guys.
about.
I did the Dice
Don't
Tower.
know the
The
details
color
about
I
it. We
picked
can assume
was
that this is
Maple
a
Demon's
menacing
Blood.
word, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was
doesn't
Maple
know the
Demon's
details
Blood.
about-
I didn't get
well, it
purple like
seems
I wanted. I got
there's,
the red.
many,
Because I figure when I get the
characters in
Wormwood one,
99
I'll
who
get the
have,
purple. They didn't have
dark
quite the
secrets
purple
that
I
she doesn't
wanted
know
on
about.
Dogmite.
So I'm
And
sure
Wormwood
just like
wouldn't
San
engrave it
Diego,
anyway,
She's
so
very curious.
I'm gonna have to get two.
But I think especially with Caleb, she doesn't want to press. You know, clearly something happened.
Yeah.
You'd have to be, Brian Foster not to see that. So something big happened, and it would not be wise to just be like, "Hey, what happened? What happened?"
I think we're probably far enough in that like we can talk about what like the pre-story a little bit the same way like I did with Laura about the twins before the last campaign started. Like what we talked about was that so they were in a podunk prison together, both thrown in for different petty bullshit.
Yeah.
And they conned their way out. And they stayed together a day, and then just the next day went by and they didn't split, and then the next day, like it wasn't any kind of planned thing. It just was like, okay.
See, was all
And
this
the reason
wasn't
it would work,
spoken
I mean, it's
of
a human and
in
a
the
goblin, and
campaign,
goblins
right?
are despised,
We don't know
right?
that
But
much about them.
He's obviously got a lot of Caleb's got a lot of bullshit going on, and it makes sense for him to
I feel
be
like
with this
we
unwanted
knew the prison
creature in
thing.
the world
We knew
they're
they
in.
met like that,
Yeah, and
possibly.
I imagine, although we didn't really talk about it in great detail, but I imagine like when we were tossed in the jail together or in neighboring cells or whatever, that both of us were pretty like guarded, shell-shocked, just trying to get out of there alive, and not probably just saw like, oh, this is someone like kind of like me in a different
weird way, yeah.
different way.
And I kind of imagine them like they probably barely even spoke the first day out.
For
they
sure.
just sort of just got away from where they were.
Yeah.
The mastermind of the escape.
It was a shared escape.
Is
but
Sam?
I think you came
We've
up with the
discussed
plan,
these
right?
things. I think.
We're gonna dig a hole behind this poster.
I know
It's been a
Marisha's
while
obviously
because I
married to
wrote
Matt,
out a
and Laura's
story
married
for
to
it, sent
Travis.
Matt. The idea
It was a combo.
Ashley's
It was a
married to
combo
Brian.
move,
Yeah.
essentially.
You guys told me
They both
Liam
had
is
nothing
bi,
on them, so
right?
Caleb used from
Is Sam married? I know
to
he's
get
not
out of
married
the
to any of
cell
them, but is
and
Sam
come back
married?
with a wire
Which not used to pick a lock.
to pick a lock, but we left it closed, and when
Left the door closed.
left the
Lock
door
or
closed,
unlocked.
unlocked but closed, and when a guard went out to take a leak, Caleb set the inside of the jail on fire,
Wow.
and then we screamed and begged for help,
They did not help
They did
us.
not help. They just
left us in the
bolted.
cell and left.
and we just strolled
"Fuck them."
through a fire.
Was this in your zero session with Matt?
No,
was
this is
before
our
This is
backstory.
before that.
Oh.
Backstory.
Wow.
So
they met.
we didn't know that.
That's
All right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Dang. I love that no one came to help.
All right.
Pretty great. Wow. That's
So
cool.
I was going to say, I do not
really
recall
glad
this
you
because
guys shared
I
that on this show.
pay attention to everybody,
brought it up
but I
because we talked
like
about the
really like
reason that
Nott.
this worked
I
for
dig
them is
Nott's
that
story.
They didn't.
It's just
they
that
didn't
right
try
now,
to,
like
dig
Nott
in
to
and
me
say,
hasn't
hey,
really
what's wrong with you? It was
fully
just like, you're
come
fucked
out.
Up, I'm fucked up.
Nott's kind of just like a silly
That
character
worked
right now to
back
me,
there.
except for
Let's just see
last
how this
episode or
goes
this
for a week,
episode.
2 weeks,
Yeah.
6 months.
Like mine's ultimately.
I just
Yeah.
feel like Nott right now is comic relief,
It's
sort of
fun
like
that
Jester, right? But
oftentimes
Jester's
if
got a
we're
story
in
coming out,
State of brokenness,
but we still don't
look
really
for
know.
people that are sort of in the same state to try and work our way out of it, right? That's how it is in real life, I think.
Yeah.
I'm more
Yeah.
And I love
curious
that you
about
two
the
partnered
more
up in that
mysterious
way for this
characters,
campaign
like
because you
Ford's
guys
whole
do
thing
have
with the
such a
sea.
romantic thing
I don't know
outside
what the
of it.
frick that shit is, but that's some weirdness.
Scratchy.
Liam,
Caleb,
distract
with his
Sam
weird
from
shit
the
going
sexiness
on.
of my open shirt with an answer to this question from Lindsay Marie 713.
Lindsay Marie,
Caleb seems to have
713.
genuine affection for the rest of the Nine. Given what he said to Nott, it seems like he really craves friendship.
What is
Does he consider
713?
the
Does that
group
mean
to be his
something?
friends
I feel like I
yet?
heard that before.
Oh,
Freunds.
Freundin?
I don't.
Please, real German people. I took it in high school. I think he
You're
wants
insulting an entire people.
and like Sam just said, like you'd have to be Foster to not realize that Caleb's got problems.
We just keep bringing it back to that. I
Look,
love
just
it.
because I
love it.
lack all human empathy.
And then he even has
and
to
I miss
defend
most
himself. I
social
love it.
cues, and I'm terrified of affection of any kind.
We dig each other,
Yeah,
but
I
I
mean,
like
he's
the
conflicted about it.
defense.
He definitely
I like
wants to.
I like
Clearly, like,
defending
admires
yourself, even though he
Ford
laughs and knows
and,
it's
is,
correct.
Impressed by Beauregard and is charmed by
Beauregard.
Jester and
I dig that name
his
in
curiosity
full.
is
I don't know
piqued
why we
by
don't use it
Molly
more often.
and,
Breaks my heart.
Yasha,
Makes
he
me
can
cry
tell that there's
inside
sort of
all the
a
time.
kindred thing going on. They're coming from very opposite ends of the spectrum.
But Sam looks
But
like
he's
he's getting
torn between
getting nervous.
staying in the shadows and coming
I
out of
think
the
he's
shadows.
assassinating somebody.
I guess that's the full answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants them to be.
Yeah. It seems like you spend a lot of time, maybe not, but it seems like it.
Spice
spend
with a
a lot of
question mark.
time
What's that about?
Fleshing out what the character
And then
is
we
gonna
got
be
some kind of like
pre-stream,
purple
and it seems
thing
like
with a book. I know all
during-
this must mean
once it
something.
airs and once you're actually in there and
Whose
you're
head
working
is
with
that?
everybody, you know, more comes
All
out,
the way
more
over by
develops and stuff.
Brian.
But did you spend a super long time coming up with a lot of the facets of Caleb's? Because I feel like,
The
I mean,
facets of
not
Caleb.
no disrespect
I
to
feel
you
like
or anybody else, that your characters aren't as fleshed out, but to me it just seems like you, and I know you as a person, despite the fact you don't return my calls and etc. But
I feel this is personal.
you
It's
spend a lot of
personal
time
shit
really
coming
thinking
out.
about this character and the nuances of his behavior and you know, yeah,
Well, I did spend a lot of time thinking about the story. Again, it was cooking for a year.
yeah,
And it's dealing with like some heavier tones, I think.
as opposed
I
to
wanna-
Vax.
Well, but Vax didn't start that way. Like I didn't
Right.
write any backstory for Vax. It was like, we're twins. Our mom is dead. Let's go have
I
fun.
feel like
Yeah,
once
And
they
that's not how we
realized
started,
how
with this
big
guy.
Yeah.
it got,
and I wanna
and then they could
treat the things
establish
that
a
I'm,
character based on all these
I guess,
people
treading
watching.
through,
I think you guys told me they were already in the
I don't know, so
millions.
I do think about it a lot.
By the time they
We all
started
think about
campaign
this stuff a
2.
lot, though, too. I
Yeah.
mean,
So you
Sam is an
really want to put some
improvisational
thought into
genius,
that, I would
so,
think.
See?
Excuse me.
But all of us get, I mean, you think, listen, during the end of campaign 2, this guy would be like, we got to talk in the thread. What are we going to do in this battle? What are you going to do? So as much
I
as he
don't know
likes
how
to
to play
play stupid, he's a master tactician.
Yeah.
What if he's like, don't you fucking smack
Yeah,
me,
we all think
motherfucker."
about this shit
Violently
all
just
the
assaulted
time.
him. I saw it.
But
right
yes,
on
I think
camera. He
what
just
you're saying
assaulted him.
Is true. Like
That was the slap.
we-
He slapped him.
at least for me, I wrote out a little I wrote out a long backstory, and then that's it. Now we get to just play and kind of be in the moment and see what that means. And most of the time, you get to like make a decision.
Looking around the room.
in the
I kind of
moment,
want that
knowing
Gilmore's
what you know
thing.
about
Could I
your
buy
character,
that
like, what would they do
somewhere?
with this moment? Okay,
Gilmore's.
do that. And then every
Does it
once in a
say
while, you might
glorious.
think, like,
For some reason, I thought it said
would they do this?
Gilmore's
No, but
Columbus
I
Cook
can tell that
Court.
everybody else wants
Columbus
to.
Court.
Yeah, yeah.
Glorious.
We got to keep the
goods.
story moving. So yeah,
I
let's
knew
just
that's what he was,
not
but-
say
You wanna
anything.
prop up your friends sometimes
Yeah.
so they can do what they're doing.
That's what I was going to ask. Is there anything in your backstory? You don't have to tell me what, but is there anything in your backstory that you've changed since you started playing? Because making adjustments based on either what's happened or what based on what's happened with the group.
I don't think I've changed. For me, I don't
That's
think
all
I've changed anything, but I
For my
definitely
liquor
have like
and chasers.
flesh things
I didn't
out in a
plan
much
that one ahead.
more
See, it's
in-depth
an experiment, all right.
way. Like because
I got
even
nothing
though
left.
like we did write out backstories and stuff,
I dig
and
this
know, like,
format a
the
little
order
better.
of
Maybe
events
you
that
guys
led
let me know.
to
I like doing it like a
led
live
Nott to
stream,
this
but not
point.
where
Those are
obviously
just
I keep
events,
honestly looking
and
to
I
the
didn't, like,
chat
go
and there's
through
no
each of them
chat.
and think like, how
Because
was
I'm
she
feeling like
at
it's a
this
live
one?
stream.
How was she
Yeah.
feeling then? And how was
I
she?
don't mind
and
that.
now
I kind
sort
of feel like
based
this
on
is better.
how,
I'm curious
how
to see what
things
you
are
guys
going
say in the
Mighty
comments, whether
Nine
you
and
like
how
the
she's
2
reacting with them.
or
I
the
can go
1.
back and kind of fill in those
And I'm reading
details
everything and listening.
retroactively. Like, oh,
It's
this
just
must
we're
have
treating
been
it like a
why
live
she
stream
did
where
this,
I
or moved from here to here, or
talk
met
to
this
you
person.
guys.
Yeah.
And I drink and I get
it all makes a
radiator
bit more
steam
sense now,
all
and
up in
kind
my
of the puzzle
shit.
pieces fit together more.
Yeah.
I also like, and I kind of expected this to happen just because of our years-long campaign every week, but I loved putting together this elaborate story and then going, well, I know that once the rubber hits the road, it's just going to go where it wants to.
Yes.
The rubber meets the
And
road.
like,
What?
the
Who
biggest
used to do
example
that?
is we
Somebody
decided
used to
at the
have that
last
as like
second to
a
link our
slogan.
characters. So I
Where
had a
the
very
rubber
specific thing in
meets
mind,
the road.
but then it all changed, and him caring as much as he does, Caleb's caring as much as he does.
Is
for
Sam
Nott in
not
this new
doing well?
complicated way.
Like, tell me,
Really,
doesn't
like,
Sam look
since
very
everything
like
else going on, behind my curtain,
stone-faced? But this is how he was acting in the campaign. I almost feel like he's sick or something in real life.
And then on a smaller level,
Maybe he's like
I
not
think
feeling
that
well
Caleb,
or something because he's not as animated
is
and
really,
crazy,
like,
and he seems
admires
very
Ford's
serious.
mind and his ability to like get shit done and stay in control.
Unlike how you feel about Travis Willingham.
Yes. Oh God.
He's
Right.
very whimsical, flighty, flaky,
Completely,
No
yeah.
confidence.
very dumb.
Travis Willingham, that
There's no way
son
he's
of a bitch.
watching.
No,
No,
he doesn't.
no.
He doesn't know how to turn on Twitch.
Ash and I were talking today about how fun it is to see Travis be so much more involved and spearheading at times the planning.
Yeah.
That is
versus
correct too.
Sitting there
I haven't
bored,
seen all of Vox,
so many times.
but in what I've seen,
last
Grog was
campaign,
just
like,
the
not able
Hulk
to
of
contribute
the
because
group.
the limits of
Just says
and
like
that's-
one
that's a
word,
brilliant way to play
one
the character as
sentence
well, but I
responses,
like
and that's it.
seeing
Just
how
swing
assertive
away.
he is this campaign.
You know, the audience said for 3 years, I'm like, I feel like I can see like Travis has got this tactical mind that he doesn't get to use, and they're absolutely right because he does have a tactical mind.
If you play video games with him, he has an extremely tactical mind. Sam wouldn't know, but yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sam
You
wouldn't
need
know.
tactics to play.
Sam wouldn't know. Sam's an idiot. What would Sam ever know about
Space
anything,
Invaders
right?
was the last game that you played.
That's what Brian just said. My
I know we
cord
went off
just
the
fell.
thing there for a while, but that's
Oh, who
fine because you guys
cares?
gave
It's
such
your show.
great.
Two people are watching.
My apologies. I am
And
a
it's
failure
my family.
at everything. in
This
life,
question is for
including
Sam Regal
cord
from
wrangling.
@_A Towers.
It is
is that
so
who I think it
beautiful out
is?
today, guys. It's Memorial Day weekend. I'm
Hey,
gonna
what's
sing
up?
a song of
That's
Everything
that's
to
Andrea
everyone.
Towers.
Hey, Andrea.
Andrea
She's
Towers.
gonna be coming by Thursday to watch the show live, and I'm so excited.
Danny just had a kid.
Andrea
Excited.
Towers. Why do I feel like I know
The
that?
one you just did.
Absolutely know who she is. She works for Marvell,
Oh.
Andrea
and she's an
Towers.
awesome critter.
They make ice cream cakes.
They make ice cream cakes.
Is that?
yours,
You guys let me know who
buddy.
Andrea Towers is. I feel like I know that for some reason.
Sam
Yes.
did not intend to have that emotional, important confession about Caleb come out at the moment that it did, especially because Caleb wasn't around, or was it an in-the-moment decision based on
In the
the
moment.
intensity of the conversation?
Definitely in the moment.
Definitely in the
decision
moment. I
based
know it.
on
You
what
could
we were
say.
talking about, and because
I still strongly-
conversation was
Back, not up.
me acting sort of like a weird attorney for Caleb. They were
My client.
yeah, my client did not intend to create. Yeah. It was very much like speaking for him in his absence.
Their
And I
whole
felt
thing
like I was
about
doing an okay
not
job
stealing
with
a
that,
scroll and
but
blah, blah,
when
blah.
Five people kind of four people gang up on you. There's only so much you could do with like debating facts, especially when we make up these facts on
Yeah,
the fly.
yeah.
And so Sam Riegel and also Nott figured like, no, we need to have a deeper conversation here, because just debating like who said what when is not. This is just going to spin out of control and be stupid. So
You felt like that was the right opportunity.
yeah, let's talk about what's really going on
Yeah.
here. And that was what led to that.
That was
moment.
brilliantly played, my man. Liam, the writer
I
Druid asks,
like that.
what do you
I
think of
like
Nott's
when on the
reveal of
fly
how she
you
sees Caleb?
flip
Were you
the script.
expecting that? How do you think Caleb would feel if he heard that?
Oh man, Liam didn't know any of that shit at all. I just cracked the biggest smile watching it all unravel.
I said he was up
Caleb
there.
knew that.
Everyone else was kind of like, what is happening?
Well, I
and
mean,
Liam was just like,
he's got
cheesing up
a
in the
growing,
le-
intensifying bond
this
with
corner
Nott,
right
and
here.
I
He's
think
up here, usually.
it would take something really gnarly to sour it. Not that that would sour it. He might not.
I think we're
He
halfway.
would.
We're a little
see
more
that
than
it's
halfway.
perfectly okay for her to think it.
But
He
we're
might
rolling.
not
We're rolling with
see
it.
it the same way, but it wouldn't matter. He definitely cares about her and wants her to be safe and sees her as his partner in crime or whatever. That was just a great moment. I was riveted.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we watched it back through today.
It was good.
Awesome.
We watched it back
very much.
through the day.
That seems odd. Normally, you're a big fan of your work.
What I do is I'll put on the
Sam, the real
campaigns
Rensai
while I'm
wants
like
to know. A few
multitasking
episodes back,
things.
Caleb told
I'll put it
Nott
on
that
in the
he fought her for
background,
his little
and
sister.
I always get caught
Now
up
we know
in
that
certain
Nott
moments
thinks of
like that.
Caleb
But
as her
obviously that
son.
one hasn't
How
come
did she
across
feel
me
when
yet
Caleb
because I
said
just
that
saw
to
it
her?
yesterday. But I've rewatched
you know,
many moments over the
Caleb-
campaign because it's
I think
constantly
she
background.
wants Caleb.
When I'm like doing things,
I think she just
editing
wants
stuff, I'll
Caleb
see
to
it, I'll
feel
take a break, I'll be like,
empowered
hey,
and
that's episode
confident
567.2.
Will support whatever he wants to let him be the driver and feel like he can do things and be his own man. Not in like a pitiful way or anything. Like
More
she's
like
not
an I, Tanya kind of way.
she's not humoring him or manipulating him or playing him because she's like looks down on him or anything.
More like an I,
I think it's
Tanya
just
kind
like
of way.
very basic.
I kind of get why he went,
Dirty Jesus, take the wheel.
No, like rehabilitation. Like she
Jesus,
sees that
take the
he's
wheel.
broken in some way.
He is dirty Jesus.
And like,
We've said that, I feel like, at least
yeah,
once.
you want to try to walk? Okay, you can walk. Let's try to walk. Hey, you're walking. That's great. Like we'll take baby steps until
Look
you
at
feel
Liam.
a little bit
Liam's
more
got,
confident again.
like a very
So opposite in so many ways of a
mischievous
lot of
smile.
Scanlan's
His smile is
temperament,
very
you know?
mischievous.
That's
He
what
looks
I
like something's
find
up with
interesting
him.
is the fact that we all
Like
learned
he
that you
looks
actually
like he's up
can
to something, not just
act
laughing or
diversely,
smiling,
you know?
but like he's like got
that's a big
something else
surprise
going
to me,
on
too.
with
And
your
to my
joke.
agents. They were on the
agents
verge
are
of
like,
dropping me.
We're loving this new campaign. I feel like we can finally tell people we represent you.
Yep.
Well, before we get into some more questions, let's give away some more free shit, shall we? Our next giveaway is for you
my God,
fans
there's
that
a
create
kitty.
and
I
send
just
in
made the
incredible
kitty
art for
eye
moments during
contact.
critical role. It's
we're
time
in
for
trouble,
fan art.
guys. I made eye contact with the kitty, and he just looked at me like he just wanted to eat my soul.
This week's fan art winner was sent in by
gonna jump on my
Samantha
lap, I think.
Rodriguez, aka
away.
ItalianMasterAssassin.tumblr.com.
Nott and Caleb in.
Cutie pie.
That's pretty great, isn't it? Man.
See, there they make
Just
Nott
how
look more
drunk
like
Nott is at
older,
that moment.
like teenage or.
Just the half-lidded.
Not like the ones I see of Nott are of
adorable.
like
That's great.
tiny.
There's a
I
lot of
picture
really
like a
great,
tiny child almost,
Nott
like
cosplay.
small, like in stature.
I
There,
posted a picture with me.
she
and
looks like more
5 of the
mature,
Notts
which
that
would
I
make sense
met.
after the
But
conversation
that's
we
only
just
because
heard.
like the app I have only lets me stitch 5 pictures
pictures
together
at once, yeah.
Yeah, really, there was like 8 or 9 of them.
Oh my gosh.
That came through my line, and maybe more that I didn't meet. And then I met some Scalans. We saw some Caleb and Nott partnerships.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my favorite
That's
of
awesome.
the week. Everybody was great, but my favorite was a family of 4. It
Do we
was
have
Daddy
pictures?
Nott, little maybe
Daddy
2-year-old,
Nott.
or excuse me,
Daddy Caleb.
reverse it. Daddy Caleb, little maybe 2-year-old Nott,
That was
Mama
cute.
Jester, and a 7 or 8-year-old Molly with an elaborate Molly Mock coat on.
Did they take a photo op thing
yeah.
with you guys? I think Rachel sent me a picture of that. It might have been at the con.
How do we not have pictures of this? That's such a
Yeah,
tease.
so we saw them around a couple of times.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, the other part that I particularly liked was watching him play with real-life Frumpkin, which was a Siberian
lynx.
lynx.
Who brought that?
Oh my
a
God.
zoo?
A zoo? What?
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
I'll tweet them out again after the show. But an animal sanctuary that had
What?
like a little area at the con, and we were just walking over to an appearance, and I just saw her in a cage and just stared. And one of our handlers was like, "You want to you want to pet the cat? And I said, yeah. So on the way back from that, I got about like 3 minutes. It was brief, but to go in with the owner of this lynx.
Wow.
And just scratch his tummy. It was so fluffy, with little bits of dirt in him. You could tell he goes out to play.
But also massive killer claws.
yes.
I bet.
Like huge paws.
And he was playing with her, but playing meant he
I'm
was
assuming
doing this
it
with the
wasn't
hand, like,
really. I mean, you guys might be like, Jay, are you an idiot?
Hamlet kept saying, like,
I'm assuming he wasn't
"Oh,
really
it's got all
there
of its
to be a
claws, it could kill me if
Frumpkin
it wanted to."
If it
cosplay.
bites you, just
Because
say,
he
nice,
introduced
nice,
it
nice,
as, yeah, there
nice.
is a Frumpkin cosplay
Yeah,
too,
it was
but
real.
That's
clearly,
amazing. I want one.
I don't think.
They're not
I
really
mean,
good
maybe
health
I am
food,
not
so
crazy. Maybe that was the case. I feel like that's overkill, but
So
Frumpkin
that's
is like a kitten.
Thank you to
A
everyone
kit- a
who
kitten.
submitted.
I mean, I guess you could do
Congrats
whatever
to
you want.
Samantha, you have won this black
Wormwood.
walnut deck box from our friends at Wormwood.
Black walnut.
Please make sure to check them out on
I
Twitter
got-
at Wormwood Gaming.
Yeah, I already told you guys. The
Their
maple
website.
Oh,
yeah,
there's
there's
maple
magic cards again, I think. right?
blood, demon blood. I think
Yeah,
it's called
it says
maple demon blood.
Axeldan.
Actually,
these are
wait,
great
no.
for
I
your
think
decks, your
I
minis,
think
your
I switched
spice,
to the other
all the
red.
good
It was
stuff.
called like
Check out wormwoodgaming.com. A reminder for those
Something-
submitting for
I don't
fan
even
art
remember
and
what I
gift of the
ordered.
week. Please include
even
how
know.
you'd like to be credited if you win, because
I'm
we
gonna
want to
have to
make sure
look,
people
because I'm
can
gonna cry in
find
my
your
heart if I
art
don't
and
know.
follow you if they want to. And a reminder that our giveaways are currently only available to people in the U.S., Canada, excluding Quebec, because apparently Quebec has like some
What is
crazy.
it? They keep talking
I've
about
actually
this,
heard
where
from
they
some
can't do
critters
certain
from
things.
Quebec, and they say that there are some really gnarly restrictions there around contests and stuff.
But
so.
like, what I'm trying to figure out, and I'll Google this later, is the
apparently,
local Quebec
oh, yeah,
government is like, none
called-
of our people can participate.
I'm going to tell you
in
guys
any
what
contest
the
in
whiz called.
I don't know. I think it's just
This is just
like
the
a thing,
contest information. So
with the laws have
I
to be
wanna just
written in
know.
French.
French.
I want to
The
know what
contract
love
has to be written
is.
in French.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What types?
Citizens false hopey.
I got
I took 2 years of high school French.
Yeah.
I'm up to it.
Padoc.
I
What?
took.
What's your
That one. I want to see if it comes up on the camera.
Je m'appelle
This one,
Sam.
right there.
Tu t'appelles comment?
Wow.
The one with the P.
Ooh,
The red
ooh,
one with
a
the P.
l'autobus.
What does that mean?
Padoc. It's
that?
P-A-D-U-C-K. I don't
Rue
know.
de Victor Hugo.
Padoc. Padak. Maybe it's Padak.
Yeah, that's French.
Victor Hughes. My apologies if they
took,
said something
4 years of
vital to the
Spanish
storyline,
one.
but they're talking about something I don't even know. Radiator check.
How do you say,
And then we
do
got
I
another
really
like
have to
30
repeat this
minutes.
class of
Kittens are
words?
What's
asleep
yellow
now.
in Spanish? Boy.
It's gelb in German.
It's what?
Gelb.
Gelb?
I hope that's right because I'll get 100 tweets if it's not.
I don't even want to guess what yellow in Spanish is. Rather than do that,
Kind of on them.
why doesn't Liam answer a question from Gabby Rose 133?
Gabby Rose.
Liam, if you can talk about it, how did Caleb know the scroll case would be dangerous to open?
Yeah.
Well, he's really
I'm-
smart.
Oh,
Also,
Has
he
that
seems to be
happened before?
Scared of opening anything.
yeah.
He cast detect
Just
magic.
paranoid?
It glowed. I was unsure if Matt, in his narrative skills, was telling me that things were shining through the case, or if it was the case, and it was in a probably not so nice person's home. So, and everything, and
Very
ritual spells.
brilliant.
I can just, like
Ford
dollar
even
bills, I can just
said-
do ritual spells like this.
Travis,
so
I guess
why
Travis
not
complimented
bring Schmidt
him.
out and have him open
But
it
he was like
for me.
Were you nervous?
aces,
when,
man. I mean, hey, I
Laura
did
put
not
the thing
think
in
of
the
that.
thing?
I just assumed
She put the,
it had
she
magic
was very
abilities,
nervous
the
about it.
scroll.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, it just went.
Yeah. I love how she was just like, I put it in the back.
It would have been hilarious if a nuke went off in
Yes.
the city and we
Yes.
ended Matt's
Nuke
campaign.
in the city tonight.
That would have been so great, but also
That's what I
so
say.
much work
Yeah.
to clean up. Sam,
Yo.
Miss Sunflower 94 asks, how long did Nott know Kayla before she decided to, yep, this is my child now? Kind of talked about that
Oh
earlier.
wow. Not immediately. Probably over the last, what have we been together? 6 months?
6 months and 10 or so days with the 9.
Yeah, probably. That's
10
confusing.
or so days with the 9.
Probably.
I've been wondering that. I've been asking like
6
roughly how
to
much
2.
time has went by because it seems like a while.
3,
I've been
I
on
don't
it
know,
for
sometime
months,
over the course of
but
spending
real time,
6 months.
it's like not even 2
in
weeks.
Crappy campsites with this this Zemnian man and waking up every day and him still being there. Yeah, I think yeah, it was just a gradual thing, and realizing that he also needs He needs me, he needs me, he needs me, he needs me.
Oh my
Yeah, that's true.
I'm changing my major to not.
Well, while you guys
What?
give Tumblr
What is that
a,
from? He needs. I don't. That's obviously from something.
Someone
Did he
believed
just
has a
lick his
question
head?
for Liam. What was going through your
Oh
head
my
when Matt asked everyone else to leave? What were you expecting to happen?
It
He
was what
needs
the
me.
shit
I
is
know
this.
that from
It's
something,
not
but
how
I don't
expected
think
any
I've seen
kind
it
of
if it's a musical.
anything to. And I imagine what can I talk about? It was just not what I expected. I never expected any kind of dream sequence or anything.
Yeah. You weren't there.
I find myself wondering after the game if like Matt really wanted me as a DM to shove my nose into that magic die earlier or not, or if like that was to be imparted in some fashion or another.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was it meant a lot. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Matt did great.
It was a great moment. It was briefer than I thought it would be, but it was
Same.
potent.
I had no idea what was coming or what it
Yeah,
was. when it was
honestly, even
happening. Like,
after-
my reaction was just like,
Yeah.
it was. Oh my God, it's full of stars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is what it was.
And then it ended up just being like it dissipated,
okay,
and
we
that
got a
was
few
it.
minutes.
I
I'm
thought
gonna-
it was going to be bigger than that.
Jump through a lot of these.
Oh,
Sam,
speed round?
Jay Plazarino says, what are
Jay
Nott's thoughts about the
Plazarino. Look how it's
Dota-
subtitled.
Dodecahedron.
Yeah.
Like it's.
I even asked Annie before the show, how do I say this again? And she told me 20 times, and but my brain stopped working in
A
1998.
dodecahedron.
Is she somewhat afraid of it? Is it just leaving?
I
is
love
just
that. It's
leaving
weird.
it to
Bigger
Caleb,
words,
or
I feel like I have
sees
an
it as a way
easier
for
time
Caleb to
pronouncing.
get more powerful?
Like I
you
say all the
butchered that, so I'm
time.
gonna read it off
Doctor
here.
Who, one of my favorite words is
what are Nott's
Rexatora
thoughts about
Fallibitorius.
the
Rexacora
dodecahedron?
Fallibitorius.
Is she somewhat afraid of it?
Got it.
Is just leaving it to Caleb?
Got it.
Or sees it as a way for Caleb to get more powerful? It's worded a tiny bit fuckeredly, but we're gonna let him pass.
You should do a whole segment of the show just analyzing the grammar of the questions you get.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's After Dark. That's what
I
we do
can
for all
see
those
that.
people that don't have alpha.
I think she doesn't. She legitimately believes Caleb to be smarter in the magics than she is, and would assume that she wouldn't even understand it even if she took a closer look, and would just rather leave it to someone who kind of has more experience with this.
Yeah.
It's
But
the
yeah,
question
I-
up over
yeah,
there.
if
They
it-
might have
if
said
it
this
is a
already.
powerful magical
But
object, he has
Sam
told her
keeps looking up on the
that,
board.
yes,
Is the
scrolls,
question appearing
magical
up there, or
objects,
is there
these
something
things
over
will
there?
help him on his path,
They keep
so
looking at. That's.
she
I
wants
mean,
him
it's
to
got to
have
be
it.
the question
This
because he
has
keeps
nothing to do
looking.
with that question, but another thing that I love about Nott.
This has nothing to do with your
is,
question.
She
but I'm gonna
just
talk.
stat-wise, she's the second smartest in the group. I think. Pretty sure.
I don't know.
I'm pretty
Is
sure.
she?
Intelligence-wise?
Yeah.
Intelligence-wise,
And
not
but
second?
she's so hard to read. in a
Brian
way
literally
because
just
she
said we
has
have a ton of
moments like,
questions and
you know,
no
being
time.
drunk
And
being
Liam goes,
crazed and
I know this
terrified
isn't
and
answering any
strange as a
questions, but I'm going
goblin,
to talk for 5 minutes.
in moments of like really sharp decisions. And I feel like what that's turned into for me is that Caleb sees that like this again decade-old little weirdo is very smart,
Yeah.
hidden
The mouths
inside
of
of.
babes.
Decade-old little weirdo.
That's right. She's a weirdo.
Liam, Axe Lobo, yeah. But the best kind, though.
Axe Lobo, or do you want me to Axe Lobo?
Axe Lobo wants to know. I do the accent.
Yeah.
Axe Lobo.
Axe Lobo wants to know, what are yours
I wanna
and
see the
Caleb's
spelling.
theories on
Oh, it
what
actually is
the
Axe_Lobo.
dodecahedron
The
could be,
dodecahedron.
or what its purpose is?
The funny thing is, I saw it like polyhedron, dodecahedron. I mean, it's like it's like almost like
Liam's
it's
theories on
another
what it might
word
mean for Jorhas.
that I already knew.
I feel like Jorhas has come to get it right and bring it back. Wait, that's right, isn't it? That it was a thing taken.
Yeah,
from
they were stealing it back. Yeah.
I would say he, based on the dream he had, which I think he's smart enough to realize is coming from the proximity of this thing. This is Liam, not Caleb talking. I suspect it has some sort of like hive mind magical touch to it for their people. But I mean, that's as formed as an opinion as I have on it. It's too soon.
I'll tell you what my 5-year-old son thinks.
Yeah.
Because every
Your 5-year-old
Friday,
son
I tell him
follows
the
this?
story of what happened on Thursday
About
night
to predict Matt's whole campaign.
I would love this.
at bedtime, and when I was telling him about the dodecahedron, he was like, "Oh, well, if you look at it too long, it'll suck you in, and it'll transport you to another one." So that's what he
Whoa.
thinks.
That's why I didn't want to look at it right away.
Yeah.
It's like Portal.
I could
He also did,
easily
by the
see
way,
that being a thing.
they
I
have,
could see them all
I
be
guess
like
they're up on the
jointed.
Geek and Sundry site.
That is possible.
There's,
What kind of
there's
genius of a
coloring pages
child
of
does
the-
Sam
the
have?
99 and,
Oh, really?
Their answer is one of my questions.
Yeah, they
I
are
mean, he
naked
does.
for some
I'm
reason.
assuming he's married then,
But
or
my son
I mean,
and
he
my
couldn't
daughter
be divorced. But I doubt
colored them
that
today.
he's such a
Did a
lovely
really
man.
good
How could that
job.
be a
What
thing
color was
ever?
not?
green.
Did you tell them?
Oh, they
that
know
she's green?
everything about.
But that's
Oh, they
pretty
do?
genius to
Yeah,
even
yeah,
think of.
yeah.
I
Both of
could
our
easily see
kids
that being
know
one
all
of
about
them.
the show.
Yeah.
We
You
take
either
it all the
get
dick humor,
thrown into
obviously.
oblivion,
Or I do.
Why?
or that.
No, yeah,
I
don't
do.
do that.
Dick
The
humor.
vagina of humor is still
What do
in.
you
Just
want
the
to
dick
grow up
humor's
like
out.
me?
Shit. But my son every Friday or Saturday is like, you haven't told me yet about
Birds
what
are
Oh, that's a
flying
good
into my
influence for
window.
him.
Yeah,
That's why I keep
that's
going
really
like
fun.
that, like
And
abrasively.
I was telling him about the last the last episode, and he was like, "Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared."
Oh, man.
When we were fighting the crick and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
he's like, "Does he beat you guys? Do you?" I was like, "Don't worry, we're okay. We're okay."
Yes. Skip to the end. Are you okay?
Also, my son knows most of my backstory, so if anyone can hunt down my son,
Oh my God.
don't do that. Please
encourage
don't
that.
do
Please
that.
don't
Don't do
encourage
that.
that.
Oh my
Nothing like
God! Yeah, that
He
was
has
like
dreadlocks down
Liam's
to
probably
his
like, oh my
knees.
God,
Yeah.
what did I just say?
Colville
He
knows
just
my entire
encouraged
That's
people.
true.
That's right.
Why?
He just encouraged
Why?
potential crazy
like me, I don't know
fans
your
to go hunt
backstory.
down
Playing
his
the game
child.
with you.
Yeah, he can't tell you.
I know it was a joke, but that is like
Sam
Yes.
like you guys always say, be
interrogatively
careful what
wants
you
to
ask for
know,
because people will be crazy enough to
every
say
time you
it.
have
Even though
appeared on
you know I
Talks
don't want
this
spoilers,
campaign,
people
you have
will
had
do it just
problems
because
with
they're
your
crazy.
shirt for the next Thursday.
Interesting.
Who do you think is stealing your shirts? And how do you think Brian is doing it? funny story. Before Thursday night's episode at 6:57,
Okay.
Sam
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, "Can you pull up the episode on YouTube so I can see if I have my sleeves rolled up or not?" It's that level of detail because he had the shirt,
Yeah, I overheard
but
that
he
too.
wanted to know if the sleeves were rolled up in the. That's the level
We all
of
stood by
details.
when he said, "Can someone get me some tape? Can someone get me some tape?" And then you took the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo and then like taped it onto your
Oh,
chest
yeah.
while we all just sat at the table going.
Yeah, because some episodes you weren't there for, and so then you kind of skipped
and now
ahead.
All of the cadence is off too. So like, because I missed.
I
couple of
am
episodes
half
in, like,
following
episode,
what he's
I don't know,
saying.
the
I'm
original
kind
campaign,
of
episode
not-
12 or something. None of us were in it. It was like these other people playing. What was it? It was. It was
Oh,
another.
yeah.
It was another group playing.
Yeah, that's right.
playing.
Did you switch over to The Bachelor?
Hey.
No, it was I forget what they were called. There was another.
It was a
It was a charity
stream,
episode,
I
but
think.
none of us were on it.
Oh wow.
I just want to
you have to
reread the
wear one of their
question.
outfits.
Every time you have appeared on
Machina?
Talks' campaign, you have had no.
Salty
But
Pete.
you have
but
had
anyway,
problems
so
with your
like
shirt for the next
Vox
Thursday.
Veronica, that's right. So like now my shirt for episode 14 will be the shirt that I wore in episode 16 of the first campaign.
Dangerous.
It's starting to unravel is
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
And I don't know if I can sustain this much longer. In fact, maybe 1 or 2 more weeks and that might be it. I may have to sunset.
I think Taliesin speaks for all of us when he said, "What are you?"
I know. But it's been amazing thus far, though. Because
So there's a t-shirt
facial hair to match.
Extravaganza
Shaved
going.
the
I don't
same
know
look
what you
that I
call it.
shaved in the first
Not an
campaign.
Part of the
extravaganza.
first campaign where you had a beard.
We started
some
with
kind
a
of
beard.
weird
Started with-
t-shirt
how long
thing
did it
going
take
on
for
with
the beard to come
Sam.
back?
I know 6 or 7 episodes I shaved it, and then I think for like another 6 months I was clean shaven.
Because
you
I
like that
like the
beard.
beard.
So does my wife.
Yeah.
And when I told her
That has
why I
answered
had
all
to
my
shave my
questions.
beard,
His
she
wife.
was not happy.
I'm pretty sure.
She was like,
I'm pretty sure
"Fudge."
I've heard that before, but I couldn't confirm it for sure.
And I was like, yeah,
And you were
yeah.
like, for the
So
consistency
his kids
of
got to
the
be.
joke.
And
I
was
mean,
like,
this
it's
was
not-
what?
But also, it's not a joke that
2000
I'm actually
20?
saying out loud. It's only for a few people.
2018.
Yeah.
2018.
For one person in Cambodia, 2 people in the
Fine. His
Midwest,
kids
one
his
person
kids
in
double
Jersey.
digits. His kids
But a
double
lot of people have
digits.
caught on at this point, though.
Yeah, that's all talking
But
about.
I think it's coming to the denouement.
Yeah.
Sam and my wives had the same reaction when this game became a show, which was basically, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Okay.
I remember because I was one of those people who didn't play D&D as a kid.
Did he say
because of my
salmon
religious
and my
upbringing, and I was told that it was
wives?
whatever the fuck.
Plural?
Play it safe, better.
Multiple
Yeah,
wives?
better play it safe, not sell
And
your soul to the
salmon?
devil.
Is that his kid?
Which I ended up doing later.
Am I
But,
hearing it wrong? Because this is what I'm
When Ash would come home
making
from the
up
home
in my
games
mind.
at 2 or 3 in the morning and try to explain the game to me, I did not have the reaction that your kids do. I was like, what? I couldn't follow anything, because she was like,
that's what I'm
we
saying.
use this and whatever, and then.
And his
I was
kid
just
goes,
like,
I think the
"Did I take shrooms before I
dodecahedron
went to bed?"
is sending you
Or,
to another
but I'm glad
dodecahedron,
that,
Father.
I'm glad that your
I'm
guys'
5 years
kids
old.
are enjoying hearing about
Brian
it. It's
can't
kind
even
of a
grasp it.
Interesting bedtime story because it's a continual thing every week.
Yeah.
And you don't have to rely on some, no name like Tolkien or somebody to read to them before they go to bed,
Yeah,
You could
like
s-
right
no
before
name.
he fell asleep the other night, my last word to him before bed was Lucian.
Oh.
And he goes, what? What?
Speaking of, that was gonna be
That was
our
Molly.
last question of the night from
There we
Queen
go.
Mab 01.
Molly
to all of
is
you
now
lovely gentlemen,
Lucian,
including Brian. Thank you
and
for implying that I'm a lovely
That is
gentleman.
a thing
Jesus
that we don't know
Christ.
about. I don't know
What
about.
are your feelings about that Molly Mock backstory drop?
Oh, I love it.
Liam and Sam love it. As Caleb, I think he just was like he thought figures.
And everyone just talked about
Do you guys watch
trust.
Silicon
Everyone
Valley?
literally just talked about trust.
There's a character on there, Jared, and last season somebody he's like, oh hey Bill or whatever. He's like, it's Jared now, and he's got this shady backstory. And I thought,
Out of nowhere, I've never seen Silicon Valley. So many people tell me
man,
Silicon
but it
Valley
was
is one of
so
the greatest
befitting of
comedies
that
ever.
shit-eating grin on
I've
his
never
face
seen
at
it.
the
I think I've
end
seen
when
like
that was
one
going
episode
down
for
was just
the
so
channel.
Taliesin.
Somewhere on here, I
thought,
think, is
None of us are
episode 1
running
of
inside
Silicon
checks on
Valley.
him.
Yes.
It's just like it's
well,
all-
Travis tried at the end. He was like, inside check, and Matt was like, no.
I
we'll
could be
pick this
wrong.
up
I'm
next
almost
time."
positive.
I
It was
know,
like a
sucks.
Memorial Day thing. It was
Taliesin's
literally a
probably-
Memorial Day
he's the
thing like
most-
3
he
years
keeps everything
ago.
the most close to the vest, I would say, right?
Can't tell,
Yeah, I think it's more like less of him being like a good liar and more of him just being like so all over the map in both his professional and personal
The after hours thing
life.
has to be starting
Yeah,
soon, I
like,
feel like.
any-
I'm just
any-
curious to
nothing
see when it all
surprises you, but
maps out.
everything surprises
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Taliesin is like Artigan
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are
you want
guys-
to choke me out? That checks out.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
He's a real Renaissance man.
he's amazing.
And-
Sounds fair, man.
Hey, are you guys excited?
But the fair?
Yeah.
The
It's
Ren
starting
Fair?
up like in a week or two,
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna
I
go.
bought- I
I'm not
bought
gonna
some
tell people
clothes. I
what
bought
day
some-
we're gonna go, but we have a date that we're all gonna go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I bought some clothes. I bought a mask. I
Nice.
got boots off of Craigslist.
Nice.
I'm ready to rock.
You had a guy come deliver boots to you.
I
You
went
went to a
to his
guy's
house.
apartment in
boots?
NoHo and got his boots.
Yeah, Craigslist boots. They are pre-worn boots.
Check them for bed bugs.
Oh my gosh, I love Rent Fair every year.
I found a dog toy in them.
Really?
I said this before. My sister's been to a Ren
I
Fair
don't think that was
almost
a dog,
every
buddy.
year for
I don't think that was
the
a dog
last
toy.
bunch of
Well,
years.
that's all
Got to
the
be
time
like
we
a
have
half a
for tonight,
decade.
folks.
I've never been to an official Ren Fair. I've been
stick
to
around
a
for
half-ass one that was
show where the
like, I kid
questions
you
go
not,
from the
it was
cards to the
it was a
iPad.
Ren Fair, but it
It's
was
called Fast
very
Times and Tux Mocking After Dark
bottom
High.
barrel. Let's put it that way.
I would like
give
to
them
hashtag
credit. They
thank my
tried.
guests, courtesy this week of
But I won't even say where it
Dr.
was.
Goofball.
It was in PA somewhere.
That's a cute name.
Dr. Goofball.
Lead means no scrying.
Ooh, that's good.
Flask refill.
Okay, sure.
And I'm your host, Logic and Platinum.
Flask Logic.
Flex Platinum. 2
Flex
albums in 1
Plat.
year.
That's crazy.
Love you, bro. Critical Role Campaign 2, episode 14. Can you believe it?
It's coming up after this.
Didn't get canceled.
Not
Who
yet.
would have thought?
We are after
Airs
that.
this
We're
week.
10%
Until
through,
then,
roughly.
don't
I mean,
forget to
it's
love
like
each other, and don't worry.
9.9% through.
It's almost Turns Day.
It's almost
night,
turns
my
day.
Bye.
Hello, friends on Project Alpha.
I wish I had more drink, guys.
Matt has been
How much
pronouncing
time
it
we got?
Project Alpha.
About 20 minutes,
Upstairs don't
18
like it, though.
minutes.
They pet their cats in disgust. On After Dark, we take our questions from the Alpha Chat. Those
You know
questions
what?
are then curated.
You guys,
Serious right now?
I edit
Those
this up,
questions
so
are
I'm
then
going to go grab a
curated by
drink, and
Courtney
you guys
and
won't
Dean.
even see I left.
to this device that we can't reveal
Cheers,
who makes
everybody.
them.
I got some
but
vodka.
it rhymes with
some nice vodka.
I plaid.
I plaid. We got 20 minutes.
Let's
I
see.
figured I'd pee,
Let's find
get
some
a
good ones
drink,
here.
enjoy my goddamn self because it's Memorial Day weekend.
Lady Wolfsbane wants to
I gotta
know,
work till Tuesday. It's
what
the
is
longest
Knott's,
strip
spelled
of days I've
incorrectly,
had off.
What is Knott's inspiration for
In
being a mother
56
to
years.
Caleb? A fierce mama bear, a lioness who brings her cub prey, a cuckoo bird?
What
that it?
kind of animal mother?
Did
is
that just
she?
end there? A
We reach
cuckoo
a point
bird?
where you
Tiger mom.
Tiger
a
balm?
bird and like pre-chew
Tiger
food and
bomb.
spit it in my mouth.
Isn't Tiger bomb something?
amazing.
Tiger
That's
bomb.
over.
What do I know that from?
Next time you guys have
Cheers
eat,
to my friends. I'm gonna do this in 2 gulps. It is quite a large amount of vodka, even though that doesn't look it. It's in a glass. That's a lot of vodka.
Soccer mom? I don't know. I don't. Go on, Caleb.
Go on,
Go. I don't know why she's
Caleb.
from the Bronx now.
Yeah, I had really
You're a
good
stage
vodka,
mom.
and I figured why not kill it. It was chilled.
Come on, honey, just say that you're.
Smile.
Just say that you're 13 for the audition. They're looking for teenagers.
I'm sure Mr. Spector is very nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. Liam,
Yeah.
Hazaiwood wants to know.
I would.
Caleb seems pretty
I haven't had vodka in a
apprehensive,
while, and I
but
just
do
totally-
you have any
It's like a
inclination
different taste.
to have him stare
hate
at
it.
the beacon and
all
just
right.
see whatever the hell Matt's got planned?
Well, Liam does.
yeah.
We'll let the next episode or two really answer that question, but I sure do. I don't know if that was one and done or, but.
What does that
You know, there's
mean? That got
oftentimes,
me
like,
excited.
my brain is split.
Caleb
I'm
just
sure
said,
for all of us, where half your brain's like, well, my character
he
did
said
this,
that.
does
That's
this
what
make
he
sense for my
said. He said
character?
he
And
didn't
then I
know
have,
when
like,
Matt
fuck,
is
this could be
blah, blah, blah.
fun.
He said
Yeah.
2 episodes. 1 or 2 episodes ahead, something's
so
gonna happen.
That's D&D.
That's basically him telling me.
Yeah.
I think he's drunk and he
And
slipped up, and
sometimes
we
the
caught
fuck
him.
it, this could be
We
fun
caught him
wins.
red-handed,
And
guys.
it's
We
a
got
game,
him.
man. Great.
Yep. I'd love to. I'd love to see what's in that thing or where it takes you.
I gotta
what-
buy new
what
shirts.
visions it
I want to
gives
buy
you.
more
Just
shirts.
one
Now that
single
I'm like
category.
in it to win it,
Man, I love those things.
and I have all of them down.
Ooh, you
I
probably
want to
get some
start
cheap
getting. I want to
nuts
get like the
after
Nott
Easter,
shirt
right?
that I have, the purple Nott shirt.
it is
Discount
I want to get a
shirt.
lot of other ones like that. I want to get all the Chubby. Is it called the
Those
Chubies?
throughout the year, or is it just around?
I don't know. What I like is the minis that are just
I'm gonna get a
chocolate with
whole
like the hard
closet
shell.
of just the
Do you know
campaign
about
too.
those? I
I'm gonna
love
be
the
running
gooey
with
ones.
this
Don't get me wrong-
for like
don't get me wrong. I'll
a
put
year
all
or
the
two
goo
at
in the
least,
world in
right?
my mouth.
One a week, no, like forever.
But
3 years.
she knows.
3 years.
But,
I might as well
I
get
like
50
the hard
shirts,
shell
right?
ones.
Interesting.
It's like me.
I'm a classic goo mouth guy myself. Just love that white and yellow goo dripping down my lips. Like, call me old fashioned.
Call me old fashioned.
Getting that.
Why am I thinking of Molly now?
I just
Oh
read a note
my
from
God in
Danny
heaven.
That says that's all the time we have.
Yep, that's it. Our show's been canceled. We're done. Nothing else is allowed ever again.
Speaking of Molly, the natural no one.
Okay.
That's cute. To both of you.
The natural no
What's
one.
your prediction? This is not a spoiler because it's just a prediction.
Right.
What's your not that you would know, but what's your prediction for next week's show? What do you think Molly is hiding?
I'm jumping in
know.
right after this,
I don't
guys.
have
We're
any
done in
kind
about
of
10,
Speaking
15
from
minutes. I'm
experience,
jumping right
Just
in
because
to
you
episode
have
14
used
because I want to
multiple
know.
different names in your life doesn't necessarily mean that you're hiding something. It just means you might be hiding from a certain agency, perhaps,
Or you masqueraded as a different person for a while and have gone back to your real name. Molly Mock could still
Maybe
be,
I should do after hours
his real
separate
name.
as like a
Feel like his real name
R-rated.
after a long
I'll sit
time
here,
of
Nate. No, I'm just
faking
joking.
it.
He could be an undercover cop of some sort.
Narc.
Yeah.
He could be a narc.
And
Well, all
he-
that drug
he's in
stuff
deep
was just.
cover.
No, I think he is some
Yeah.
deep.
If there's one thing I don't
Criminal.
like, it's narcs.
I don't think it's something about
be
being
actually
some kind
amazing
of
if
soldier or
Taliesin
cop or
created a
something to
narc
that effect. I think he is some underground criminal that is known by some. He can't be
man.
too well known though, because then other
Let's
people would have
see here.
recognized
Unknown
him.
Answer has a question for Sam.
Unknown answer.
Saw your Matt shirt you revealed at the Chicago panel.
Yes.
Have there been any shirts you have wanted to make and haven't yet, or shirts you think are too risky?
There are definitely shirts that are too risky.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There are,
Thought about just taking.
I
a picture
just
of my
I just
actual
wandered
body and
off because
printing
I'm
it on
like,
a
there are
shirt.
definitely shirts that are too risky.
That's embarrassing, though.
Well, they'd see your Hells Angels
I have an
tattoo.
idea for some shirts that I may. They're expensive to make.
Are they?
I don't get reimbursed. or
That like app that you do them through, it's pricey.
They are. He's not
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
I've
So,
custom
I
made shirts
would
for the
I would
channel
love
and
to
stuff.
make, like a new shirt every
A
week.
t-shirt could
for
cost you
40
upwards of like
bucks.
50
God,
bucks.
yeah.
40, 50
And
bucks,
you have
yeah.
to wait like 8 weeks for them sometimes. So
Very
I have
long
to
because
plan
they have to
way
custom
in
make 'em.
advance.
Yeah, you'd have to
That
have, like,
is,
Troy
it's
Baker
super
money.
expensive
because then
in the sense it's
dirt
like
pie would fall
2 or
on
3
all the
times your
time.
regular t-shirt plus
Side
the
note,
weight.
one
That's
of
the
best
biggest
parts
thing
of
to
the
me is the
convention,
weight.
C2E2,
But I'll
was
spend $40,
since Sam
$50
wore
on
that
a
shirt
custom
they
shirt.
projected that onto a gigantic screen behind us like Citizen Kane
Holy
was the
crap.
largest mass dirt
I
bike that's
have
ever
the
been.
custom shirts. If you go on the
other good
website,
part about this
or not the
shirt
website, if you just
was
go
that,
to my channel,
for the
there's a
second
merch
day,
section. You could get like Adventure
people
Time. I gotta have
were
my brother
lining
make up
to,
some new
to
ones.
meet
I should do a
us
campaign.
and
I
to
gotta
meet
do a
Matt.
campaign 2 shirt.
Matt has a very long
Should I do a campaign
line
2 shirt? My brother
because
did
his
Adventure
Matt,
Time,
his
My
Matt,
Little
and
Pony, a
the
couple
hair,
other things
you
early
know?
on. And there is a
Lots
merch
of people
shop.
wanting
I
him
should
to sign
totally
their
be
McCree
making
body
merch for,
pillows.
for campaign
Will
2.
be their McCree body pillow. But a lot of people got in my line to take pictures with me because it was like taking
My
a picture
brother,
with
you guys
me
seen the
and
Adventure
Matt.
Time one. I could do something like that with
His face
Critical
on my
or with
shirt.
campaign 2. I'm just gonna think. I'm gonna have him
One
think.
girl made out with my shirt just so she could feel like she was making.
I saw that. I saw
She
that.
like stuck her tongue on my shirt, so it looked like she was kissing Matt.
Wow.
Oh god.
We defiled
Wow,
Matt's.
he said judgmentally a few days after leaping and thrusting his groin into the Matt shirt.
Grabbing your ass.
Oh my God, what is that from?
Yeah.
He
Good time,
said
Chicago.
after he
no
said
one saw
after
that.
leaping
Liam,
into her man pudding or her,
Brick Gun.
That is
asks,
from-
Have you thought about
that is
how
from the
different
Naked
makeup
Gun
of your close personal
2.5,
friendships might be today?
and that was
if the
Brick
guest
Gun.
list to your birthday
Naked
party
Gun,
had
Brick
been
Gun.
different
What is
all
going
those
on?
years
Go play
ago.
the lottery. Everything is going our way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a couple invites went out that were no's or weren't available.
Yeah.
And things could have been different.
Man, that's crazy.
I
to
definitely
think
want
about.
that Gilmore.
I mean,
I'm
it's
pointing
crazy
like
every
this so
week
you
still
guys
that
can
this
see
thing
it.
is what it is.
I definitely
you
want
know,
the. I
based
want
on
that Gilmore banner. I love
the
Gilmore. Gilmore's Glorious
nonchalantness of
Goods that I
how it
thought said
started,
Gilmore's
you know, but
Columbus
Why
Court.
This group of kids were the ones who wandered into the wardrobe.
I want the
Narnia.
trinket
I'm
bear.
So glad because
I
I
want
just
the
can't picture it any other way. And
the
I mean,
Grog
we've obviously
Strong
had some
Jaw
incredible
Ale
guests that
Barrel.
have come on and like
And more coming.
and more coming. Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. Is that true?
Yeah, I think Fabio is going to be in one of the episodes. I mean, I don't.
Is
mean
this post Goose Impact Fabio with blood streaking down his face on a roller coaster?
That's one of my favorite pictures of all time.
He hit a goose.
I
right?
just saw that for the first time.
While he was
Somewhere.
on the roller coaster. Oh my god.
Somebody brought up that being one of the
it got
like the
to
most
touch his
horrible
hair.
moments that could have happened.
beef with
I'd
Fabio.
never heard of that till
Watch
like
that right now.
3 days
To
ago.
have Fabio on the show.
Fabio
He's
with a
already German,
bird
isn't he? I don't
exploded
know.
into
What
his
is he?
face.
Italian?
If you haven't seen it, go look it up. Fabio was on like a
Fabio's a
roller
hard name to
coaster or
tell,
something,
but
and a bird
the,
smashed him in the face and
Go to the
exploded,
Googles.
and he has blood and dead bird all over
Yeah.
him.
His real name is Peter Dinklage. Sam and Liam, destitute mariachi, wants to know.
Italian.
He's Italian. Okay.
Fabio's Italian?
makes sense.
Sam and Liam destitute
Guys, fact check this is why you pay
mariachi,
for projectile film.
and it said
Destitute
Marriott Chief.
mariachi wants to know.
I
how
love that
similar
subtitles
is
put
Nott and
Marriott
Caleb's relationship
Chief.
to your own in real life relationship.
No way.
Mine is the fan art of you laying on his lap.
I mean, we did share a hotel room in Chicago.
A very, very small, on par with Japanese hotel rooms. which I've
Your
been.
set is far bigger.
Somebody
than
told me
hotel
this.
room.
I've never been out of the country, but a lot of my friends have gone to Japan, and one of my friends lived there for
Do either
5
of you
years.
snore?
And they said if you
If we
are
do, we were
traveling,
so passed out
the
from being
rooms are
dads
so
that we did
teeny
not
tiny
hear
because
it.
it's just
Yeah.
That dad
Slept
life.
real well.
a lot of
Slept real well in
population.
Chicago.
Travis is going to be the third dad of the group
That's
pretty
right.
soon.
That's right.
That's
And we get
exciting.
to just watch
come
from
on.
the peanut.
Oh, yeah, because
Tal'dorei.
Laura Bailey's pregnant.
Oh my God, Taliesin has thousands of undead that he has spawned throughout the
I mean,
years.
that's just a technicality. That's biology. That's not.
Thousands spawned undead.
He's not wearing the
that
shoulder
sounds
pads
like
and helmet
mean.
and all
or-
that.
Yeah.
I mean, not mean. That just sounds
Just
dark.
statistically.
Yeah.
Let's say dark. But I dig
Let's
it.
see here. Technicolor Grayscale has a question for Liam.
Cool, man.
Name.
It's a great name. How would Caleb react if given access to the internet? Also, would he show anything to anyone else, such as Tumblr for Jester?
What's that last part?
Would he show any of the internet?
Would he
to
show
anyone?
anything to anyone else, such as Tumblr for Jester? Would you show?
yeah, he'd probably show Tumblr to Jester, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a
Listen
nice
while already
bonding.
has
I know what
a while,
Tumblr is.
yeah.
I feel like that'd be
Probably.
a good way for
maybe
Caleb to
different
bond,
ways.
honestly. Because
Internet
right
guy,
now,
he would just
Jester
be
and Caleb
aside.
are like
He would be on the
extreme
internet like 10 hours
opposites.
a day, just absorbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody asked us
Oh,
at
yeah,
C2E2
my God.
if our characters in the Nine had
I
a
actually had this
present-day
discussion a
job,
couple
what
weeks
do you think it
ago
would be?
about
and I said I
what
thought Caleb
brilliant
would be
people
working for
would have
Nova.
possibly been able to
this is a
accomplish
lot
had
of-
they
yeah, a lot
had
of information gathering,
the
sure.
Yeah. I
technology
was
we have.
pleasantly
But
surprised at how few
I feel like if
questions Sam got
people
at
back then
WonderCon
had the access to
panel.
this kind of
I
stuff,
was
they would have
so
grown up
happy.
differently and maybe not have
There's so much
accessed
stuff to
the
ask
things
about,
they
but it
needed
was
to
like, I know at
access.
the panels,
I feel like
everybody
everything's
ends up
for a
kinda asking
reason and
Matt
it all works
something,
out.
You know, but
But-
GM tips.
Theoretically speaking,
Watch GM tips, guys, sometimes
get
before
crazy.
the panels, because a lot of your GM related questions will be answered on GM tips.
Yeah, but Matt's voice is so
GM
It
tips.
is, I know. We all
That
like
sounds
him.
very.
charming and endearing. He draws you in with the
so
storytelling
nice.
and the voice and the hair.
He's so nice. It's
They
so
said what
hard
I was
to get
saying,
somewhere on
GM
time with
tips.
him because he'll just
We
stop
get
and
you
talk to
thinking.
everyone.
He really
And
will.
it's the best part of him.
Yeah.
Besides, you know.
Yep.
Spectre 19 wants to know how much D&D smut have you been sent since the Chastity's Nook episode?
Sent?
I-
sent no smut.
Oh,
I'm
been
shocked.
sent One Piece
One Piece.
by you.
Oh,
Yesterday.
Yesterday. I see it when I
Liam.
go.
Liam
it's
is
no
responsible
secret.
for the
I
only smut
I
piece.
I gather
Not
up art
surprising,
like a farmer
considering it
on
was his
Twitter
idea.
And on Tumblr, and there are some very interesting pieces on Tumblr.
yes.
From time to time, he sends me the juiciest
Oh
ones.
yeah.
I did not know about several of them, and then Laura a few weeks ago on a Thursday night showed me some of the more extreme ones.
It's fine. I mean,
And-
whatever makes you happy.
Creativity is encouraged.
Seriously. Whatever. That's great.
Sam,
I feel like
before we wrap
some
up here,
freaky
Squirrel
things going
Games
on.
wants to know,
Yeah.
on a scale of 0 to 10, how high of a priority was the ability
Squirrel
to make
Games?
puns with your character's name?
That was the starting point, really.
Yeah. Not the brave.
Pretty high. Puns are important to my life.
I feel like it was.
formed
I
the
feel like
backbone
that
of
is
my personality.
probably the first thing
I
Sam
know,
thought
every time
about
someone
upon
says
coming
not
to
on the
that
show, I
name.
think, wait, not or not.
Right? Wouldn't you say
No, I
so?
will say that
I would say
before
that
we
Sam
started this
probably had that
campaign,
as his
I did
utmost
some Google
priority.
searches for Nott and for Not the Brave and stuff, just to see if
Anyone else
I don't
did
know,
it?
There's a porn star with the same name or something.
I don't
not
blame
that
him.
There would be, but
Yeah.
you never know,
He
right?
gave me advice too.
I did.
Well, to like spell Caleb in a funny way or
I did.
something, and I didn't listen.
And you were wrong.
And if you look up Caleb, you'll see some things.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I just kind of move on past it.
I was
but
like, you
there's some
should spell
other
it with
things.
a K or something, just so it's easier to search for.
I mean, one is just
and
an
you're
actor.
Like, nah, it's fine.
One is just a Hollywood actor.
K-A-Y-L-I-B.
There's a
I don't know.
Caleb who was in Get Out. I see, if you go looking, you see him pop up, but there's some other stuff that is not from Get Out.
What is
It's
it?
from Get In.
Whoa, get in. All right, we're looking right now, guys. That's something I need to look.
Okay, guys. Well,
Ready? We're gonna look.
let's do two more. Liam,
Yep.
Brick Gun.
Caleb.
Oh no. We did that.
Forget
Did we get all of them, Danny?
Caleb sometimes
I think we got
translate
all of them. Oh my goodness.
somebody that appears in the Hebrew
Okay,
Bible.
this will be our last one. Unknown answer wants to know, Sam and Liam, can you pretend to have a conversation with each
Devotion
other?
to
Only
God?
Sam speaks
I don't
in
see nothing
French
too
and
crazy.
Liam German.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
das
My
ist,
2
nicht
years
ein
of
Problem.
high school French
Yeah.
from 20 years ago.
Did I drink the rest? Oh no, I still got my shot here.
Beginnen Sie.
Excusez-moi.
All right, I'm gonna take my
monsieur.
last shot because they're gonna
yeah,
probably ask
was
like one more
los?
question. Maybe. We got 4 minutes.
a lot
We got
of
4
woos.
minutes. 4 minutes. Cheers, my friends, lords and ladies.
Oh, ich habe keine
I
Ahnung.
dine after this.
Je suis désolé, mais j'ai
Look at Brian.
Smallpox.
Smallpox. That's it. Smallpox.
Petite pox.
Petite pox. Petite pox.
Je suis confusé.
Who's
Je suis
laughing?
malade.
That sounds like Marisha.
Aidez-moi. Aidez-moi.
Did you just do a Name of the Rose impression? Tutti, tutti.
Tell me that doesn't sound like Marisha
That was a scene
laughing.
from True Romance.
I could see that sounded like something. I can't put my finger on it, but
asshole?
his
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're learning.
I'm
sure I got
English
the-
is a Germanic
I'm sure I got the grammar incorrect, but I'll find out soon.
Merci beaucoup.
I feel like in a movie, I like when I was younger, I feel like I heard of like a Shuzi Fasta. Shuzi Fasta? Is that something? You guys let me know.
Waiting for a
I
scene
feel like
this
it was
new
in like
campaign
some
that's like
Indiana
Inglourious
Jones movie or
Bastards,
something.
where the whole like
I already did that somewhere in the
I could be
first
saying
two
it
episodes. I did
totally
the
wrong, or I
thing,
could be
even though
insane.
I love that scene
I
in
love
Inglourious
that
Shuzi
scene.
Fasta.
I did it anyway.
Shuzi Fasta.
Fassbender.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah.
Huge
Fasta, and there's Fassbender. See, I'm
massively
psychically
Massively
predicting things in the
haunted.
future.
Did you ever see Shame?
No,
It's a great movie. Watch it alone.
no, I never watched it. I felt it though.
That's what people tell me about this show. Well, guys, you see this beautiful mug that a
Whoa,
critter
where'd you
sent
get
me?
that mug? Wait, do I have one?
Critters? No, fuck.
That
no,
is
you don't.
quite
Are you joking?
amazing.
No.
It was
Critters
not.
sent me
I'm not
this.
kidding. The subtitles cut it
No,
off,
this is-
and
this
it
is-
was
they sent
a
us
good
this. This is
2 or
actually hand-
3
they actually
inches
blew
longer
this
than I
glass
thought.
and did the whole thing like themselves. Which is,
That's hot.
That wasn't me.
Wow.
Can't do that.
Well,
this was a blast. I love
already
couples
checked out.
night.
yeah.
Yeah, Liam's already looking for fan art.
He's getting an Uber.
Thank you guys so much for submitting questions. Thank you, Courtney and Danny, for curating them. And
Maybe that's who it was. Courtney Danny.
48 hours. We get to see what happens. I can't wait. You guys excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucian.
Gonna
Lucian.
be.
I'm
there's
finding out about
there's new
Lucian.
life. You know, there's new blood with this new campaign.
Is it Donna's Tag yet?
Is that what Thursday is?
Donna's
if I'm
Talk?
remembering
What is that?
correctly, but I could not be.
7,000 people tweeted me that yellow in Spanish is Amarillo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amarillo.
Like Amarillo,
Amarillo.
Texas. You know.
Amarillo. Or I know it's Amarillo. But.
And on that note,
Oh my God, that is great. Look at that. Oh my God. All right, guys, so there we go. Amazing way to end it. I almost was going to cut it off. I'm like, what are they going to do? There's only like 10 seconds left. I am so happy I didn't, because there is a Liam floating in the V of Brian's shirt and kind of like just hovering around his chest hair. Amazing. I loved that group. I don't know if it was because of how important they were in the last episode, aka that episode. I keep saying the last one because I've already seen it, but it was that episode. This is episode 13 of Vox Machina. They did tell us things we did not know. They went into backstory that we have not heard in the campaign yet. So Vox Machina does give you insider tips, so to speak. It wasn't anything that would really point us in any sort of direction other than just letting us understand more about them. They said they set fire to the cell, and then no one went to save them, and Nott and Caleb had to basically just get out of the fire, and that's how they made their getaway. They've been together for 6 months, and we as a group have been together for 9 or 10 days. So we got a timeline now. I don't know if we are supposed to know that. Maybe if I wrote things down and I took notes or something. I don't know if I still would have been able to figure it out. I guess I would have, because I would have seen each time they fell asleep. I could have documented the time and stuff, but it's not like we have an episode per day. That would make it easier if each episode was a day. We'd be on day 14 coming up. But some of the episodes have been focused around a battle that might be several hours, but it's in a 4-hour episode. You could see that as the reason why we're in this position. Otherwise, we would be at 2 weeks right now, 14 days. The dynamic between all of them is phenomenal. Brian, Liam, Sam, all great. They answered all my questions. They themselves said, we kind of just went off the fly. We kind of just like did our thing. We went with it. And it seemed like a good time to bring it up. I feel like because of what Caleb said in this, he said something is going to happen in the next episode or two to build on his story. And we're also going to find out about Lucian in episode 14. I'm going to jump into that right now. I don't know if I'm going to do just part 1 or maybe the hour exclusive as well. But either way, I'm going to see more in a second. You guys want to be way ahead, full on edited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon, the link's in front of me, dozens of shows you'll only see on Patreon, like the hour exclusive I'm about to do. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.